choke up on it. You know, like you're on a 1-ball, 2-strike count. You got to choke up a little bit.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
There is a joke. All kinds of them, really.
Testing.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you here tonight.
Fancy seeing you here.
It is fancy seeing me. Fancy seeing all these people here.
It's football season.
Yeah. Well, I like we got all the dads on the fence, right? No way they're sitting there. They can't stand it, right? They're just too nervous. They're going to go stand over there, talk about all the things that are going wrong, what they would do better.
Should we broadcast the captain's dinner?
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, we still got 7 minutes left. Youths. Just like youths. Like youths.
Yep.
We're right in that same neighborhood.
Sorry, Judge, I'm nervous. I think that's what he says.
He wears his crushed velvet tuxedo. That's amazing. What did he say? What did the judge say to him, right? Is this some sort of a...
Are you mocking me?
Mocking me? Yeah. Mocking you? Mocking you, Judge? No. Oh, yeah. Legendary moments in film. Athletic director roaming around, I think, from Edgar.
I get half a tackle on that.
I think so. I remember this gets talked about a lot, especially during the high school season. The other team's offense will have run, say, 60 plays, but you add up all the tackles, because they record whoever's keeping them recording the tackles. There's 60 plays, yet there's like 92 tackles recorded. Like, whoa, no. There's 1 tackle per play. 2 guys can split it, but he doesn't get 1 and you get a half.
Tackle and assist.
Yeah.
Right?
Well. Yeah, there's some gaudy tackle numbers on the season for some guy, and it's like he's had twice as many tackles as plays run against him. Like, how did that happen? Pretty good crowd on the field, too.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Don't really need to do this anymore, but some of the older fields, I suppose, still have to have it for their drainage.
How's Stratford's field this year? I think about it every time I drive past.
I know. It's good. Yeah. Fully redone. All the drain tiles, all the...
No turf field, though.
No. Couldn't raise enough, right? That's what happened last year. Some sponsors had pulled out, but they already had it graded for turf. And then it's like, well, we're like 2 weeks from turf install. Now we got to call it in and cancel. And we're 6 weeks to season start. We can't grow grass in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Especially can't grow grass that's going to stay after we have a football game on it. So they were like, well, fine. Yeah.
All road games.
All road games, but it's state championship. Yep. So goes to show it doesn't matter where you play or who you play. You got to beat the team in front of you. All right, we can back out here. Run their first 10 offensive plays of the game. They'll be down there. They'll be down there. Yeah. We're synced.
The Edgar's AD is here, huh?
Oh, yeah. I guess he's going to hang out with us.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, least he could do is have that kid go sit with his friends and he can run that scout camera. That's the least Jim could do.
He can probably hear us.
Good. I hope he does. Yeah. Nobody's in the other booth.
Tell him to get out of the booth.
Yeah, Steinke's got to go. Tell him he's got to get out of there. Well, he just shakes his head. Well, nobody's sitting on the other side at all.
Oh, it's empty.
Yeah. Unless their coaches are going to sit in there eventually because they're all in the field right now. Maybe that's what's going to happen. But there's plenty of room in that middle booth because it's just the radio guy and the scorekeeper. Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, sponsored by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. Jason Zaleski here, Dan Ross. And Dan, we're going to start with you on this one. State champs, Edgar Wildcats, season opener coming back. We had a chance to talk to Coach Sins. Let's just dive right into it. And Coach was talking about momentum from last year into the beginning of this year.
Yeah, coming off a state championship, the idea is that the next crop of players want to follow in the footsteps of their brothers, right? Literal brothers a lot of times,
up and down the
especially at these
lineup.
small schools. And typical coach fashion, Coach talked about all of the losses in the playoffs and how you come out to a slow start, right? Because coaches remember the losses more than the wins a lot of times. But yes, defending Division VII state champions, they're on the road here tonight against a pretty good Ladysmith team.
It is a good Ladysmith team. We'll talk about the Lumberjacks here in just a minute. Back to Edgar, though. Also, Coach Sins, in his 50th year coaching the Edgar Wildcats, he knows he has forgotten more about football than I know about football. What do you think that does for, we can talk about the program, but for these kids, right? Just having Jerry Sins as your head coach, what an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody more popular in the city of Edgar than Jerry Sins. And these kids, since they were toddlers, knew who this coach was. And they have dreamed and worked hard to be able to play for him and to try to please him once they got to the varsity level. And now it's their time.
Again, it's the Zaleski Sports Security Health Plan Game of the Week. It's the visiting Edgar Wildcats and the home Ladysmith Lumberjacks. Had a chance to also talk to Coach Kirk Hughes as we came into the football field today, and he's really happy. He's got 9 guys coming back from last year, and that's a big advantage too for his ball club.
Yeah, and they had a really good team last year. Lost to Grantsburg in level 2. Grantsburg, of course, we saw them lose to Stratford late.
In a state semifinal.
And they bring back a lot of guys, including skill players, the quarterback and wide receiver. A lot of high hopes here for the small town of Ladysmith.
We talked to both coaches about what it takes to start off the season without any game film, and I want to talk about that. But first, we're going to hear from Security Health Plan, and then we'll come back in just a moment. We'll tell you what it takes from a coach's point of view to get ready for the Week 1 season here in 2024.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Tucker, straight.
Back here on the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week. This is the Security Health Plan pregame show. Security Health Plan, promises kept, plain and simple. Dan, we get a lot of coach speak everywhere we go. We had it in the booth earlier, right? Got to win it in the trenches. That's our key to victory today. And of course, every coach in the world always says that. We got kind of the same answer from both coaches on how to prepare for the Week 1 opener when there's no other film to watch this year. And what either coach really said was, well, we took a little bit of look at last year, and then we want to do what we do. And that's kind of what the message was here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of film last year. Coach Sins saw Ladysmith play Grantsburg, right? They saw Stratford play Grantsville, Grantsburg, and Stratford was able to beat them. So there is some sort of commonality with that, but the scrimmages are probably the biggest key factor here.
Yeah, Coach said he thought Sins thought he had a really good scrimmage against Menominee and some of the others over there, and of course that's his nephew Mike Sins, the head coach of Menominee. His Mustangs beat Eau Claire North 22-19, a really gritty win, and Coach Sins here is very familiar with gritty wins. You think of all the Stratford games over the years, 6-3, 7-6, all the slobber knockers. But Coach Sins said, well, Jason, this could be a high-scoring game here today, too.
Yeah, Ladysmith wants to score points early and often. If they're able to throw over the top of the Edgar defense, that's probably the key to victory for the Lumberjacks to pull away and try to win this one at home. And what a program-defining win that would be for this Lumberjacks team.
If you want a head start, you want to catapult from the starting gate, you beat the Edgar Wildcats today.
Yeah, and honestly, Ladysmith has more kids back. They're more senior laden. Edgar, however, it doesn't matter if you're a sophomore, junior, senior. You've been in the weight room. You've been waiting for the call-up. This is your moment.
As you said earlier, been in the weight room since around second grade, getting ready for today's season opener. Of course, Edgar's all about football, and glad to see. Look at all the Edgar folks over here that made their way here, and they're kind of sprinkled in everywhere. The Lumberjack fans haven't kicked these ones out and sent them over there yet, but good to see everybody here. Pretty good attendance for a week one opener, and more people still coming in.
Yeah, we see cars driving in. People still coming in. It's football season. Can you believe this?
A lot of people don't know, right? A lot of people don't know that it's football season. And actually, I bet a lot of people even here today don't know that it's actually the second day of the 2024 football season right here today as the Lumberjacks come back and they are ready to go. And it is time for the national anthem. And we will keep our microphones live for today's national anthem.
And now would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Thank you. Edgar Family Restaurant is located just south of Highway 29 in Edgar and open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, drink, dessert, get it all at Edgar Family Restaurant. Homemade food to fill your belly and your soul. Daily specials including Friday fish fry, soup, salad, pies made from scratch, and a full menu of choices are yours at Edgar Family Restaurant. Give back to those who support our community. Give back and visit Edgar Family Restaurant for breakfast tomorrow, then stay for lunch and dinner too. Edgar Family Restaurant is a proud backer of Wildcats football.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Number 64, Alex Schneider.
Time for kickoff in our Zaleski Sports Game of the Week. Again, Jason Zaleski here alongside Dan Ross. Welcome aboard, everybody. Game of the Week sponsored by Security Health Plan. Promises kept plain and simple. And it's the Wildcats kicking off to the Lumberjacks. Ball will land at the 25 and be taken there. And a short return of about 6 yards, and we are underway 2024 Wildcats football.
Feel like we never left.
It's a great place to be.
Be first down and 10, Ladysmith at their own 32-yard line.
Do you think Ladysmith is going to come out and try to bomb one right away?
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, I do. 3 wide receivers, first time out.
And this will be a run off left tackle, run up ahead by Elias Makunda, and a gain of a couple for the Lumberjacks. And all these kind of first of the season, right? The first play, the first run, and we are 2nd and 4, gain of 6. That's not right. Gain of 4. There we go. 2nd and 6.
Something we didn't talk about: Ladysmith, Division 5 team last year. And the enrollment always determines what the divisions are, so it's not the same year to year, but still 2 divisions higher than the Edgar Wildcats.
1 man in motion, and the give again to Makunda.
Kind of a sloppy handoff there.
You know, Dan, everything goes well in practice. Everything goes well leading up to the game, and then here we are, and you've got on the other side in practice, maybe not as intense. It's game intensity is way different than practice intensity, and that can screw up an offensive play, including a handoff.
It really is, and Coach Sin's happy that his defensive line is held up. Talking to him before the game, he was very interested in how both lines would do early on.
So 3rd down, and motion man as the Lumberjacks spread it out, and it's going to be caught.
Just past the sticks.
Just past the 6. Nice route there. Run by number 7, Doug Stevenson. Fans of Doug out there in the bleachers.
First down of the year for the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. In purple and yellow. Not typical Lumberjack colors, I would say, but it works.
42-yard line.
Okay, so 1st down. Edgar not able to get off the field on 3rd down. New set of downs as the Lumberjacks begin this 1st down set from their own 43-yard line, and this time it'll be kept by Braden Little, and Little will push off the left side for a gain of a few.
Yeah, falls forward for 4.
Tackled by number 23, Jace Applebeck.
Applebeck on the tackle.
Talking to Coach Udes and Coach Sins before the game, Ladysmith scrimmaged a couple of the bigger Northwest schools, I would say. Durand, Bloomer.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair to say. Here's a 2nd down play as Little comes in motion. He had the play last time. Now, pass is going to be incomplete under pressure. Pressure put on there from Will Hackle.
Yeah, good decision that time to get rid of the ball because there was nobody open and there was a receiver that was kind of in the area, so no pass interference. We've made it 5 plays without a penalty. It's pretty impressive, game 1.
Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and the penalties usually in week 1 aren't for holding. Now, there can be those, but the penalties we're looking for, bracing for, are those of the pre-snap, all the procedures.
False start, not enough men on the line.
Yep. Yeah, all those kind. But clean so far, Dan. We'll see what happens here on 3rd down. 3rd and 6 now for the Lumberjacks.
From the shotgun.
From the shotgun, from their own 46-yard line. Waiting for it is Meltz. And he'll have it. Looks right, now back left. He has time. And will throw and nearly intercepted. That pass came over the middle. That was tipped by Jace Applebeck. He nearly came down with it. And Dan, now what do the Lumberjacks do? The surprise is ruined. They're going to punt.
Yeah, in pregame, it looked like Ladysmith punter, not a huge leg on him. On that previous play, number 12, Prohaska for Ladysmith, looked like that he made a great turn, had the DB turn the wrong way and was open, but probably a little bit too far downfield to get it to him.
Okay, so the punt will come, 9:25. The drive about 2.5 minutes long. And a short punt that gets past.
It was not touched.
Not touched.
You see the official with his arms out to the side.
Gavin Maurer reached for it, and this will be a good flipping the field here for the Lumberjacks as the Edgar Wildcats now will start from inside their own 10-yard line, and the first time we get to see Edgar offense here in 2024.
Yeah, Coach Sins, I asked him before the game, what do we have for a lead back for the Edgar Wildcats this year? His response was, I don't know, pick one of the 4 we have.
It's a fair answer, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see who will get it first. You would suspect a run play here. We are talking about the Edgar Wildcats, aren't we?
Yeah, inside the 10.
And I'm wrong, and pass is too tall. In and out of the hands of, it looked like that may have been Leighton Schuett over there.
So just like we thought, Ladysmith ran the ball a lot and Edgar's throwing on 1st down.
How about that?
Yeah, exact opposite. We have a lot of games in the network tonight.
11. And I'm coordinating a couple things here. People are eagerly awaiting our score ticker on the top of the screen. I don't think we have any scores yet around the system anyway. But 11 games live on Zaleski Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Now the handoff, actually a pitch going to the left side, and Will Hackle is wrapped up. It'll be a minimal gain, and 3rd down upcoming for the Wildcats.
Number 6, William Hackle on the carry.
So this is going to be interesting to see what Edgar wants to do.
Hackle by number 44,
If you're Ladysmith, you assume pass, but if you go full pass coverage, you might give up a run of 8 here.
3rd down and 7.
Okay, so here's 3rd and 7. That Hackle run went for 3. Strite under center. And we'll give to the right, and a bit of a hole, twisting forward. Not going to be to the line of gain, though. It's going to be 4th down for Edgar. A run of a few for Applebeck.
Yeah, not the push that Edgar wanted in the first couple plays here on the ground. So the Lumberjacks are going to get it back. Probably in really good field position. They might get the ball at close to midfield here.
Okay. Clock runs 8 minutes. We are 4 minutes into this first Zaleski Sports Game of the Week. Again, we are presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple.
I'm looking forward to the Game of the Week this year. We're going to visit a lot of towns that we don't visit a lot.
And here we are in Ladysmith for one. Check one off the list right away. Maurer will punt. And a high booming punt that pushes Little back to his back to midfield, and he'll get a couple, but he is wrapped up well there by Gavin Maurer.
Yeah, really good kick and really good coverage as well. Not much you can ask for more from that special teams unit. It's a nice night. Probably low to mid 70s, little humid, slight breeze.
What a Friday night to be in our state's Northwoods.
Yeah.
Up north.
It's really interesting. If you look at the lights on this field, they're shining straight downward.
Yeah, these are the new UFO kind of lights. Fancy to all the technology here. As Meltz will turn.
Little bootleg was left.
Yeah, it looked like perhaps it was supposed to be a pass play, but his receiving option was covered, and he'll scratch out a couple yards, does Meltz.
Yeah.
On the broken play.
I tell you what, in high school, sprinting to your left and trying to throw
as a right-handed thrower.
It's not that easy. No,
it's not. He really only had one option out there, and it was really designed as just that one option, but that option was covered. So you tuck it and run. That's the second option you go by.
Yep. Coach Sin said that he has a lot of secondary guys back. Thought that they matched up well here.
So Meltz again, empty set out of the shotgun. He'll tuck and run now. This side, flag flies, and we're going to have a holding. It's going to be on the Lumberjacks.
Tackle by number 5.
As that was 43 on my roster. Luke Stonke. Stonke was dragged backwards.
Yeah. We could have called it up here.
Yeah. So we do get our first penalty of the game.
10 yards from the spot in high school football.
That is true. So it's going to be a second and long upcoming for Lumberjacks. Our first penalty here of the game.
Of the season even.
For us, for this broadcast crew.
Yeah. To get back to the scrimmages, Ladysmith did a really good job. They're playing up. But the Edgar Wildcats, Menominee, Medford, maybe an Eau Claire school, you have a Division 7 school that is scrimmaging against D1, D2 schools. And Coach Sins said they held their own.
He did, yeah.
Sounds like what Coach Sins would say either way.
So here's Meltz, option to his left, play action over the middle, and another nice catch for Braden Little. He's a 6'2" senior, and he had that slant earlier for a first down. This will put the Lumberjacks in manageable. It's going to be 3rd and 9 and into Edgar territory for the first time here today.
Might be 4-down territory anyway.
At this point, I thought, Coach Udes was really thinking about it on that last possession because they were just on the other side of the 50 from where they are now. Now you've got that option where, okay, yeah, maybe we just, no matter what here, we've got 2 plays. So let's run a regular play here and then see what happens on 4th down, if that is a 4th down. Meltz, swing pass is dropped. Intended for Manny Moore. But the offense, didn't even make a move to come to the sideline after that. So not all lost there. They're actually going to call that no, okay. It looked like they were initially thinking about a backwards pass there, but no. But, they are going to punt. So Coach Udes changes his mind.
Playing the field position game.
Playing the field position game. They had Edgar backed up on that after that last punt, and Edgar went 3 and out, so it's worth a shot here.
I'm guessing the returners are going to take a couple steps up this time.
Yeah, it was a shorter punt last time, wasn't it? Here's the punt from Smith. And Smith's punt end over end, fielded, and going to be taken down right away. After that was caught by Will Hackle. And Hackle dragged down there by Doug Stevenson.
Really good kick.
Yeah, good kick. It was the punt was well fielded, and it was a good tackle. That was just all around clean play from both sides.
Yeah, if you're the punter and you have the returner running towards the sideline to catch the ball, no place for him to go, especially with the man in motion was the guy that came down and got the tackle. Almost like it's set up that way.
Almost like it's all supposed to be. That's right.
So back inside their 20 once again, the Edgar Wildcats.
Okay, Tucker Strite under center. And hands off the right side. And a good push there from the Wildcats offensive line as run there from Gavin Maurer. Maurer's going to gain about 5 on first down.
Of course, last year, Edgar Wildcats, state champions. A lot of it on the shoulders of Carter Butt. Powerful runner.
Yes. Oh, for the shoulders, the thighs of
Yeah.
Carter Butt.
And he has a younger brother on the team who's also a halfback.
Yeah.
Have the same kind of stature, not quite Carter Butt, but give him a year or two.
Yeah, I don't know either that well. Just observations from watching them on the football field. Maverick's got a little edge to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did Carter.
Here's the play. Strite now will turn back to his left. Flag flies. It's going to be a hold. And this one will come back. Strite did run for a couple, but as he reversed field, that got the offensive lineman in a bit of a bind over there. And holding is the call. Sometimes you can scramble, and that's going to be the result. Sometimes you put your offensive line in too much conflict with that. They're just trying to keep your blind side covered, but that scramble actually sometimes directly leads to that hold call, unfortunately.
I'll tell you what, this Edgar line has some beef on it.
They do.
Number 60, Colby Schwerer. 62, Wade
Schwerer?
Schwerer.
Okay.
62, Wade Cole. Yeah.
You decided to wade into the name pronunciation
Yeah,
pool.
I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I want to celebrate the kids, and then I forget that I don't know how to read.
So 2nd and 15 after the hold call. This will go up the middle, and for a minimal gain. Another nice tackle. That interior, that Lumberjacks defense is getting the job done on the offense. So you said the Edgar line is big, and they are, but I tell you, the Lumberjacks are up for this challenge.
Number 52 for Ladysmith, towering over everyone over there. Charlie Zimmer, I can pronounce that one.
All right.
Yeah.
You got a winner.
6'4", 215.
6'4". It's tall enough, isn't it?
6'4" plays anywhere.
3rd down and about 12.
Okay, so 3rd and 12. There's a gain of 3 on that last run.
3rd and maybe too long.
Yeah. See what they come up with here. Motion man now flips sides. That's Maurer. Maurer now to Strite's left. Play action, and under pressure right away is Strite. He'll roll out to his right, looking for room there, and will get a couple of yards. Actually, got a few more than I thought he was going to get. It is going to bring up 4th down. It was 3rd and 12. Run's going to go for about 7, so it's going to be a 4th and 5 coming up for the Wildcats, or thereabouts.
One total first down so far in 4 possessions.
Game stats.
Yeah.
Game stats today.
Brought to you by Security Health Plan.
Security Health Plan and Cropping Central. How about that? We'll throw Cropping Central in there a little bit.
Slow start for Edgar, offensively.
Dan, I was close. 4th and 4.
4th and 4.
Off by a yard.
They're not going to go for it.
They will not. This play is going to be run just past the 20-yard line. They actually spot it on the Edgar 25. And again, out is Brock Maurer to punt. And he will send it skyward to Braden Little.
That's a good kick.
Another nice kick from Maurer. Pushes Little all the way back inside the 40. Flag flies. What a throw on the flag. Probably a block in the back in there somewhere. And down goes Little inside the 40. He actually probably had a net gain on the return of 1.
You know what? Edgar just flipped the field, though, especially if they're going to take it back from there.
Yeah, it's coming back from there for sure. Our white hat comes in to confer. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is our Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple.
We have a lot in store this year on the Game of the Week. We have some crosstown rivalries coming up. I think maybe week 5 we're going to go over to Eau Claire.
North Memorial, and there is never a normal game between North and Memorial in Eau Claire County.
Nope.
Never.
Those fan bases are fired up for that game.
I remember the lightning delayed game we were at a couple of years ago, and they all went to their cars, but nobody left. And it was a 2.5-hour delay. Here's Little on the run, and he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Slung down there by Ty Schnelly, and a loss on the play. And the Lumberjacks going backwards on this drive.
That was the second play where the catch of the snap was bobbled a little bit. And once the timing is off, it's really hard for the play to open back up.
Make it 2nd and 14.
To answer some fan questions, probably, we will not do rivalry games the entire year. We will not be in Edgar Stratford.
Right.
Next week.
No, we're what the kids say, we're going to spread the love.
Yeah.
Get all over the place. We'll give you an additional game essentially each week. And that pass play did not develop, and intercepted. Is he in bounds? He is, and Edgar gets the interception. Maverick Butt with the pick.
I almost called him Carter Butt because same number.
Same number, right?
Same number. They look very similar, too. But what a play. What a play for the Wildcats.
Well, now you talk about flipping the field. Now the defense puts the offense inside the Lumberjacks' 30. Now, Edgar, to this point, hasn't moved the ball very well. Lumberjacks been up to the task. But Edgar now with maybe a different look at things from inside the 30-yard line. See what they do with the turnover.
From my keen observations, I don't know if we're going to see much for field goals out of Edgar tonight.
Handoff up the middle goes nowhere. That's Maurer. He is stacked again. I haven't seen any running room, Dan, up the middle against the folks in purple.
There's
nowhere to go there.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You're
thinking the long game.
Yeah. So I noticed on the change of possession, I didn't see anybody come off the field for Ladysmith.
And it looks like we're going to have timeout. Yeah, timeout on the field. And we'll see if
Ladysmith.
Timeout Ladysmith. We'll see if Trevor can give us a commercial break. He's been working his fingers to the bone over there. But we are going to step aside. Back for more after this. This is the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan.
Hi, this is Madeline from Abbey Bank. We would like to take a moment to thank our customers for their continued support. We know you have many options to choose from when it comes to your banking needs, and we thank you for choosing us. Please join us each Friday in June for our Customer Appreciation Fridays. We invite our customers to come into any Abbey Bank location for your free dairy treat of the week. We're happy to help support our local Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank is member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
Second and 9. Handoff on the near side. Good pursuit by the Lumberjacks that time. Going to bring up 3rd and long for the Edgar Wildcats. Jason Zaleski trying to get some technical issue resolution over in Hudson. So for those that are here that want to see Hudson, we're working on it.
Yeah, just tell him I didn't faint. I'm still here.
Yeah. Jason did not faint from the heat here in the press box. He's just working on things. 3rd and 9 from the 27 on the near side. 2 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. 4 down territory. Hand up right up the middle. A little bit of room. It's going to be 4th and maybe 3 for the Wildcats.
Number 6,
William Hackle again. Doing good work up the middle.
Number 52, Charlie Zimmer.
It's like 4th and maybe 5, actually. 4 or 5.
Be 4th down and 4.
So from the 23-yard line, Wildcats have to get to just inside the 20, it looks like. Minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. A fast-moving first quarter. Loading up here on the left side. Try to draw him off. A little bit of a counter up the middle, breaking free. This is Maurer. Maurer down to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. Broke a couple tackles, but what a play call to go counter with the line loaded up to the left. Held the ball just long enough. But fantastic run by Maurer.
And the moral of the story there is Edgar Wildcat fans are saying, keep Zaleski off the microphone. When he's not paying attention, we score touchdowns.
Edgar. So I made a little prediction on the way over here that Edgar's first touchdown will go for 2.
Yeah.
Going for 2.
Well, we'll see how Jerry thinks about his PAT unit anyway. It's going to be a pass play and
intercepted. It can be returned for 2.
It certainly can be. He stepped out of bounds.
No, that's a high school rule.
Oh, okay.
The college rule, you can, and NFL, you can return it the whole way.
I was going with you on that.
Well, I mean, he was wide open. He was going to make it.
Well, Edgar scores, and we get our first touchdown here on our Zaleski Sports Game of the Week. Again, we are presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple, and that's apparently what the Wildcats offense needed. The defense gets the turnover, Maverick butt. The interception leads to the touchdown run.
Story as old as time.
Isn't it, though?
It really is.
Yeah, momentum. In some sports, momentum is difficult to see. Baseball, sometimes hard to see that. Hockey, to some extent, soccer is a little bit tough to see. But the two for me, basketball and football, momentum is as clear as day, sitting right in front of your face. And that is what momentum looks like in the sport of football.
Absolutely. So 6-0 Wildcats late in the first quarter. See how the Lumberjacks can respond. Coming off a mistake, touchdown. This is the first time that we're seeing Edgar kick off. No, second time.
Yes. Yeah, we started with a kick for the guys in white and green.
I bet you that Edgar sideline is feeling pretty good right now.
Well, feeling way better than what they were.
Yeah, it was a slow start offensively, being able to convert. Again, kudos on the play call because the counter was exactly what was needed there.
Yeah, and they're thinking back to the scrimmage last week. Now, again, in those scrimmages, you get 15 plays, and then you're off the field and you wait. If it's a triangular or whatever, you get to come back on a couple. You get 15 each set. And, that was play, 10 or 11, something like that. But those guys before that were like, man, this worked in scrimmage. What are we doing wrong? Well, sometimes it just takes a couple plays to get things rolling. And the kick here will be brought up by Little. And Little with some room to the outside. He'll gain the 50 and pushed out of bounds there. Pushed out. Tackle will go to Dakota Ellenbecker, but a really nice return for Braden Little as the Lumberjacks look to siphon some of that momentum back.
Yeah, that's why running in your lanes is so important, right? Because everybody was watching to see if they would reverse it. But if you're running your lanes, it doesn't matter what they do back there.
Yeah, stay in your lane.
Yeah, you get caught looking and you get caught trying to go the other way, and next thing you know, you got a guy coming your way that has you on your back heels.
All right, so Lumberjacks, again, this will be likely their final possession here of this first quarter as Little comes in motion.
Nice corner route.
Oh, really nice route, and hauled in there. Makes one man miss, does Doug Stevenson. Stevenson pulled by his shirt tail and finally sent out of bounds. It's going to be a pass play of 30 yards from Timmy Meltz to Doug Stevenson.
That was a fantastic route.
Yeah, that corner to the Edgar bench. That was actually the near side of the field, too. No, it wasn't. They were on this hash mark. So, yeah, to the wide side of the field. That makes some sense why Meltz was able to get some air under that ball. A nice throw, nice catch, and nice run after catch. Got the rack yards.
Yeah.
First and 10, Ladysmith at the
so inside the red zone.
I like that. I like how Ladysmith has the tenths of seconds on the football clock.
Well, just in case there's a question about the time late in the quarter. Here's Meltz, and Meltz will hand off and up the middle. Big collision there. And bowling forward is Elias Makunda. Now, Ladysmith could let this be the last play of the quarter. 30 seconds left to play here in this quarter.
2nd and 8.
Good job at Ladysmith to kind of come out right away with a really nice play and turn the momentum around a little bit.
And they're going to let the quarter end, so we will step aside. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar.
Located in Edgar, Wisconsin, Edgar Building Supply operates as a lumberyard and hardware store, assisting contractors, homeowners, and businesses with their building needs varying from roofing and siding to windows and cabinets. Their knowledgeable staff can assist you with planning your project, estimating costs, and drafting blueprints. Get started on your building project today with Edgar Building Supply.
All right, second quarter as we flip sides of the field here in Ladysmith. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, making sure you get to watch today's Game of the Week live and free, presented by Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. 6-0 Edgar to start the second quarter. Dan, thoughts on the first quarter?
You know, I think if you're Ladysmith, you had one bad play, but you kind of controlled the game.
2nd down and 8 for Ladysmith.
I thought so too, especially defensively. They were set. Defense was set with the short field, and here's a quick pass picked off the top of the blades of grass by Braden Little, and he'll push near the 10-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up for the Lumberjacks after the pass completion to Little. He's getting a lot of work.
Yeah,
Little's getting a big amount of work.
Yeah, we don't have stats necessarily here. But I bet you that's probably his 4th or 5th catch.
Yep, that was
of the
where
night.
my mind was.
On probably 6 or 7 targets already, and we're barely into the second quarter.
If you would like a free Gatorade and a brat every game, tag along with us, and you can be our stat keeper. Get a hold of me. Here's
No
Meltz.
experience necessary.
No, none. Meltz and up-ended, going right through the middle is Mukunda.
Going to be short, though.
He is going to be short. Gained about a yard and a half, even with the tumble forward. Appleback credited with the tackle. As I said, he gained about a yard and a half. That's because that Edgar push, the defensive line pushed that time.
Yeah, so something to kind of keep an eye on is we're so early in the season, how much, like how in shape are the guys? Starting to see some of the guys with their hands on their hips. Let's see how that plays out here.
Okay.
Big play.
Yep, here's Meltz on 4th down, and 4th down is going to be a play action. And to the corner of the end zone, wide open, and touchdown, Doug Stevenson on the play action. The Edgar sides bit inside, and all alone in the corner was Stevenson for 6.
Good play call.
Yep, reverse pivot, and just fantastic. A really nice looking play.
Doug Stevenson.
Stevenson's been active. I've called his name a number of times. He had that nice post corner over here before the end of the quarter. So we're tied now at 6, extra point pending for the Lumberjacks.
Looks like they're going for 2.
Okay. Now, you know, I've said for a long time, if you don't have a boys soccer team in your school, you usually don't have a kicker. And such is the case here as well, it looks like. So this will be a pass. And another pass to the corner. Another chance for Stevenson. He got 2 feet down. Stevenson tiptoes the sideline to give Ladysmith an 8-6 lead.
The home fans like it.
Wow, I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, Stevenson is doing work out here as we head now to the kickoff. 10:34 left here in the second quarter. More football coming up. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
What's the Auburndale score?
14-0 Auburndale. And we are back here in Ladysmith, our Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan. During that commercial, Dan and I were talking. By the way, Jason Zaleski here, Dan Ross to my right. Timmy Meltz, 6'1", senior quarterback here for the Lumberjacks, and he is doing it here in week 1.
Dropping dimes.
Oh, man. Yep. He really is. And, Little's had a handful of catches. Stevenson, a handful of catches, the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And the Wildcats going to need to find a fix for that.
Yeah, Coach Sins thought that there's a chance that it could have been a track meet. It might be.
It just took through the first quarter to find it, perhaps. Here, the kickoff, short one, fielded at the 23-yard line. And the run will come up the middle. It'll be a return of about 10 yards as the Wildcats offense comes out for the first time here in the second quarter. Return there made by Austin Schreiber.
It's like an old school kickoff return that you see like in NFL films in like the 50s where a guy is returning it who doesn't usually do it. He just runs right up the middle, doesn't do anything fancy.
Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? If you had one of the bad teams in Tecmo Bowl, that's all you really could do. Or in John Elway football. Did you ever play that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That was that's what it reminded me there, a John Elway football kick return. Here's strike ball on the ground, and it's going to be Lumberjack football. Miscommunication on the handoff. Tucker Strite put the ball out. It hit the hip of the intended running back, and now we've got a Wildcat down on the field on top of it all.
It's a cramp.
Okay. Boy, Dan, I was at the Menominee Eau Claire North game yesterday. In the second half, we had about 22 cramps in the second half. This one comes early here in the second quarter. It's a pleasantly warm August evening here tonight. It's not overbearing by any means. As I say that, girls walking in with blankets in their hands, we're expecting cold here in the Northwoods.
It really is the Northwoods.
Oh, I'm sure we've got a Stratford-Mosney score there somewhere.
What is it to Wisconsin Stratford? 7-0 Stratford, I think.
7-0 Stratford, so 7-0 Stratford over Mosney. Those that are watching at home, they've got the score ticker on the top of the screen, so it's pretty fancy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Pretty fancy. Every year something. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can make some improvements year over year.
I really like the fact that Stratford and Mosney play because that's a really good game every year.
You called one a couple years ago.
I called a really good one.
That was a really interesting finish. It's an exciting finish.
Yep. Last year, the year before, they tied because of lightning.
They did tie. That's right.
Yeah, they tied.
Yeah, they tied, and then how the story goes is later on, they found out because of seeding purposes now that tie was actually going to work against them. One team wanted to come back the next morning. The other team said no thanks.
No, we'll take the tie.
Yeah. All right, here's Ladysmith now after the fumble. They get a turnover of their own under pressure and scrambling out now, throwing and wide open. There's Little. Little will stroll into the end zone, and that play Dan Ross made by Timmy Meltz.
Yep. He's something special.
Been special through a quarter and a half here on this opening week, that's for sure. I mean, the scramble, and then on top of it, he's just quicker than anybody on that Edgar defensive front. he's able to he was not rushed at all there. He knew exactly what he was going to do and when he was going to do it. It was really impressive.
Yeah, the edge rusher made that mistake where he didn't hold him inside the pocket. He saw the quarterback kind of fake or juke a little bit towards the inside, and he bit completely and it left the entire near side open. And the defenders, the secondary, can only guard for so long.
Correct.
Right? I mean,
correct. And on a broken play.
Yeah, you have 6-7 seconds to throw it. You're going to find someone open.
And we'll get a timeout. Ladysmith is going to call the timeout prior to the 2-point conversion. We'll be back for more football after this. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information. All right, here we are back out of the Ladysmith timeout. You know, you'll use a timeout, obviously, before an important play, but on an extra point. You don't often see a timeout, but you don't want to lose the 5 yards either.
No, but this is the same formation they used the last 2-point conversion. Doesn't mean it's the same play.
Here's Meltz with Little in motion, and that time Stevenson not able to bring in. Wouldn't need to catch that one off his shoe tops and not able to. 10:15 before the half. It is Ladysmith 14, Edgar 6. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Lumberjacks lead here at home, 10:15 to play before the second quarter. So now each team now, Dan, has had a turnover that's led to a score, and if we were keeping stats on those kind of things, both teams have scored off of the turnover. That's a big stat in football.
Points off turnovers, yeah. We were talking place kickers during the break here. Do you know what I miss? Rich Carless, barefoot in Denver in the snow.
You know, there was a time where barefoot kickers were all the rage.
Yeah, everybody.
You know, you had back then you had about 26 teams in the NFL, but there were probably 10 that were barefoot.
Yeah.
And this kick is essentially an onside kick. It was a missed kick and hauled in by Edgar. Nice job there by the
That
up
looked
man.
purposeful.
Well, I didn't see that, but Dakota Ellenbecker. Yeah, it had the RPMs on that ball. I don't know all the physics on these kind of things. I would have to guess at that, but it was flipping end over end like crazy. So
I wondered if Ladysmith kicked off to start the game, if they would go onside to start, right, to try to steal a possession right away. So I'm not surprised it happened. I'm surprised it happened right now, though.
Okay, so Dan thinks that was intentional. Here's the handoff going off the left side, and there goes Butt. Butt will have a first down, 12-yard carry for Edgar's Maverick Butt, a 5'9" junior.
Yeah, it looks just like his brother. It really does.
Well, you know, and you got to think, right? And the whole line of Butt brothers, and there was what I don't know, 58 of them, something like that. And they're all in the backyard. They're all learning from each other in the garage, in the bedroom, in the living room, breaking lamps and doing things. You know, that's what the brothers did, I'm sure. Another handoff to Butt. And he avoids one tackle and another nice run, low center of gravity for Maverick Butt.
Very agile.
Yeah. Do you imagine, though, those brothers banging around the living room? I mean, how many broken lamps or couch legs that got snapped off, all those things? A book stand that got knocked over.
Go out to the garage.
Well, that might have been something. That might have been one of the reactions from Mrs. Butt. Straight under center. Full house backfield for the Wildcats, and this time the give goes to Apfelbeck.
And Applebeck unended, but looks like he's got the first down.
He's very close.
What about those first down markers? Those triangle. I don't know what they're constructed of, but it's an interesting look there.
Yeah, I'm not
old-fashioned.
I am not a fan. I'm not a fan.
Okay. Well, they're a little darkly painted, so they're a little tough to see from over here. They almost look like I don't know, like an old-fashioned golf pin on the tee. I'll explain that more in a minute.
Yep.
I didn't say it quite right.
Yeah, Butt has that little put his right foot in the ground and go to the left.
What I'm saying, Dan, they look like is you played at some of these municipal courses in your life, right? On the tee box, they would have a sponsor, and then they would engrave on something that looked like a wooden flag, and they would engrave that sponsor on the tee box. That's what that looks like, for a golf theme.
I like it.
Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. 2nd and 5 coming up. Here's the give to Butt. Butt looking patiently, turns the corner upfield, runs one over, and he's got a first down, does Maverick Butt.
Yeah, Edgar came out this possession a little bit more purpose, maybe.
Yeah, they are determined right now. They have, advantaged on what you thought was an intentional kick at the up men for the Wildcats. So they are matriculating the ball down the field. Now just on the 21, just outside of the red zone. Another full house option for Strite behind him. This goes to Applebeck right up the middle. Still pushing, turning, and still going.
Wow.
And Applebeck, what a run for Jace. I wanted to end my play call, and Jace wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, Ladysmith is really having a hard time with the 3 backs in the backfield.
Yeah.
And Edgar is attacking it every different way right now.
Wildcats now in the red zone. 8:17 to play before the half. And the clock will wind here. Ball spotted on the 8. It is 1st and goal for Edgar, and the same formation again behind Tucker Strite. Now Butt jukes inside and will gain about 1. And they may not even give him that much. Maybe about 1 foot. Tough run there.
Hudson 24, Memorial 12. Not much of a surprise, probably.
No, not really. It's been a bad opening week for the Wisconsin Valley Conference, the new Wisconsin Valley Conference.
Yeah, we have not talked about that, but
well, we will coming up at the half, I think.
Yeah.
But that trend continues now.
The Big River Bullies.
They are the Big River Bullies. They have been for the last 24 hours. 2nd and goal. Looking for room patiently and twisted down. It's going to be another short run for the Wildcats. That time the give to Will Hackle. So Hackle got a couple. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
It'll be 3rd and 8.
Or 3rd and goal, sorry. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah. We would get there eventually, Dan.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
3rd down and goal at the 5.
All right, 3rd and goal for Edgar. Is it 4-down territory here? Probably. Here's Strite. Hand off to Applebeck. Looking for a way, and he gets a push from behind. And what? What is the call here? It looks like they're going to mark him short.
Mark him down.
So we're going to have a 4th and inches coming up for the Wildcats. Boy, those offensive linemen from Edgar, they thought he was in. You did too.
Yeah. I think Applebeck gets it here. They're having a really hard time bringing him down. I'm guessing it's the same formation.
Well, it's worked for the last number of plays.
It's worked the entire possession.
Yeah. 6:20 to the half. Edgar trails by 8 on the doorstep here. 4th and inches. Strite, handoff, Butt
touchdown.
In. Maverick Butt with his first touchdown carry in 2024. Did he score last year? Yeah, maybe he had a couple. His brother was kind of, speaking of bullies, his brother was kind of a touchdown bully, right? Wouldn't let Maverick get those touchdowns.
I would say so, but the coaching staff did such a good job with him last year of not playing him in the second half when they didn't have to, didn't stat pile, you know? Rested him an awful lot because coaches knew that they were going to need him for 5 games in the postseason.
2-point conversion upcoming, 6:12 before the half. Wildcats looking to tie it here after a really nice 52-yard drive, and Applebeck will duck his head in, and the 2-point conversion is successful, and with 6:12 left to play before halftime, we are tied at 14 in Ladysmith on the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
Here at Brickner Motors in Little Chicago, we'll help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it and the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles and competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Jerry Sin's 50th year at the top here of the Edgar Wildcats coaching staff, coming off a championship last year and a blowout championship game as well. That was one the Wildcats got to celebrate all of the fourth quarter.
I saw a stat on Twitter from friend of the show, Travis Wilson.
Yeah, a friend of the show.
A couple of days ago, about Coach Sins having state championships in 5 different decades.
Isn't that something?
And there was a gap in there. 70s, 90s, the aughts, 10s, 20s.
Yeah. Just amazing, isn't it?
What happened in the 80s?
We got to the semifinal game.
Yeah, there was a brick wall in there somewhere.
We have a lineman kicking. Here we go.
All right, kick sent away by Ellenbecker. And they will reverse it here on the kickoff and not able to bring down the ball carrier. Again, that's Stevenson. Stevenson able to slip a couple of tackles, and the Lumberjacks will start near their own 40-yard line here with 6:04 to play before the half.
I want to know how close we are to Edgar getting a dog to get the tee every time. You ever see that?
Oh, I love the dog.
I do too.
Yeah. Is there a dog around that can help us out?
Should be.
Maybe we bring the dog with us.
Yeah, that's just what they do.
We just donate the dog to the game for that day.
Don't bring my dog because he's not going to listen to you.
Yeah, therapy dog. There you go. Yeah.
It's like the dogs that go out and get the bats after a batter hits.
Yeah, and those dogs are doing work because that weighs a whole lot more than a rubber tee does. There's Meltz to the outside. Pass brought in by Ashton Clark. And receivers aplenty here for the Lumberjacks.
It feels like Edgar's going to have to get pressure on the quarterback or they're going to have to play a little bit more press coverage.
Look at, so I did my very rudimentary display.
There's an octobox.
Look at that. That is.
The octobox over here.
That's why we bring these guys with us. Way better at this thing than we are. Production staff here. Trevor and Garrett got it locked down. Dan and I just stand here and talk.
Yeah.
What a gig. All right, 2nd and 4. 5:25 and rolling here in this second quarter. Play action pass. Here's another one for Meltz, and Meltz fires, and that is incomplete.
Almost intercepted by three guys.
Tucker Strite had it, and he's going to go tonight on the bus ride home. They're going to watch his back, and Tucker's going to say, guys, get out of my way so I can catch that ball.
So what Edgar did that time was the edge rusher was able to keep him in the pocket, running at him with his arms up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is 6'9".
Yeah, that's that. We talked about him a little bit to Coach Sins. Kaysen Risto, 6'9". And I said, where the heck was Kaysen last year, 6'9"? He's a senior now. And Coach said, well, we're glad he's starting here this year. That was the answer. This will be a handoff, and Edgar defense lost the ball carrier. That was Little on the inside give. On third down, yeah, 4th down, and a nice stop there.
This is going to be a decision.
Tackle made there by, I thought it was Hackle. No, they're actually going to credit here Ty Schnelly in the stadium.
4th and 1.
4th and 1. They're going to measure, I think, Dan.
Okay.
Yep. Chains are going to come out. We'll get a measurement here. It's close enough where our white hat says, all right, let's take a closer look at it.
Looks like it's a yard short.
Okay. Dan's calling a yard short.
We'll see.
You're more in line with it than I am. But those fancy triangular-shaped tops on the chains come out, and they're going to be a couple inches. Couple inches. Yeah, couple inches. Okay, 4th down now, Dan. You make the call from your own 47-yard line. What are you going to do?
I'll just quarterback sneak it.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I don't know about punting here. I think Ladysmith figures we've got enough offense that even if we give it to him here, we're going to have plenty of possessions, and we know we can score against these guys. That's probably what Coach Udes is thinking. And Kirk Udes, head coach here, and had a nice welcome party for us when we got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very impressed with the
Good
operation
facilities.
here. Great
Yeah.
facility.
Yeah.
Okay. And here is the quarterback run, and it will be enough. Dan Ross, offensive coordinator for the Lumberjacks. And Little carries it through for the first down. So not a quarterback keep, but close enough. And what do we got here? Stanley Boyd 23, Colby nothing. Second half action, that game live on Zaleski Sports. Colby Hornets were, I thought, figured to be fairly decent this year, but
That's
off
a
to
tough
a shaky
conference,
start.
right? That's a tough conference this year.
CWC large, it certainly is. Yeah, so Colby's shaky, but we saw some come from behind wins yesterday.
The Hornets are getting stung.
They are. Yeah, well, they're going to have to figure out a way to get the stinger going the other way. Second quarter, as they say, Dan, lots of time left. Here's Little now on the rollout.
Uh-oh.
And pass deflected and picked. And here he goes. Will Hackle will go to the house.
Yeah. It looked like it slipped out of his hand, maybe.
A little. There was some pressure up there at the same time, and Will Hackle took advantage of it.
House call.
Second interception today for the Wildcats. First pick six, obviously, of the game, and Will Hackle dashes to the end zone.
Only one interception last year by the quarterback.
Well, okay.
He's got one this year. Two this year.
Well, okay. Well, that was Little. So that was Braden Little.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that wasn't Meltz. Meltz has one though,
He does.
but now Little has one. So they are. I don't know. I guess you'd call that rotating quarterbacks, or just feeling like sometimes you've got this set of plays that you just think works a little bit better for this guy. 90% of your passing plays are for Meltz, and the other 10% you just figure work a little bit more to the expertise of, in this case, Little. But that pass pressure led to the interception.
You have a quarterback that had 24 touchdowns and one pick last year. You probably have him throw more.
Sometimes you just figure stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
We had a timeout Lumberjacks before a 2-point conversion. Now we get it for the Wildcats. Back for more football after this. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, we are back here in Ladysmith. Edgar out of its own timeout prior to the 2-point conversion. Now we'll line it up after the pick six from Hackle. 6-point lead, looking for more. Here's that full house backfield again. Strite. A handoff to Applebeck. Applebeck leans, and the second push.
They didn't give it to him.
We have not had a. So now it is. Now the 2-point conversion is good. That was a delayed signal, but doesn't matter. 2 points are on the board for the Wildcats. Edgar leads by 8. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
Ladysmith 14.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Seal it. Seal it for next week.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm still 50-50. Yeah, let's do that.
Maybe we should vote on these things.
Yeah. So, okay. So we're talking about our week 2 game of the week. We've got some ideas for it. If you've got some ideas, let us know. Now, the obvious ones we are already carrying as a broadcast. So Stratford, Edgar, and all those type, we are. The teams you see regularly on our network, right? The Eau Claire schools, the Wisconsin Valley schools, they're already on. So you got to think bigger, think wider than that. But if you've got a recommendation for us in a week 2 game of the week, let us know. We'll travel within the state boundary.
I mentioned Grantsburg, St. Croix Falls. That'd be a really good game.
That's out there. Yep. Stanley Boyd and Cadott play next week. That one is out there.
That's a spicy one.
Could be. And this ball is found by Stevenson. And looking for a path forward, and he's dragged down from behind.
Slippery.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. All right, Ladysmith will start on its own 35. Back out now is Timmy Meltz.
Yeah, I think we were scoreless after 1, and just like that, 22-14.
36 combined here in the second quarter.
Have some bettors in Vegas who are pretty happy with this.
What?
Just joking. We don't bet on high school sports.
Well, especially Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That would be weird, man.
It would be really
weird. If
weird.
they knew about Wisconsin high school football, that would be weird. All right, here's Meltz now, and we'll hand off, and a nice run here, and new ball carrier for me there. We'll see who it is as they unpile.
Carry by number 9.
9 is the number, and that, of course, is Carter Soltis, 6'1" junior. Gets his first rush of the night. I looked at the weights, too, and originally I thought that said 100 pounds, but 180. 180. It's a thin line across the 8, the Snowman 8.
6'1", 100.
Well, I can see from here he wasn't 100 pounds, but it caused me a second look.
Yeah, the zeros and the 8s look very similar.
Yeah, they do. Hand off now on the cross buck. That's what I used to know that play as. I don't know. Cross buck, yeah, okay. Soltis with another carry.
Butt got lower than the ball handler.
Yeah.
Good tackle in the open field.
Bring up a third down. Third and about 2 coming up for Ladysmith.
Interesting that Ladysmith came out in 2 running plays after not having a single running play for quite some time. They need to have their line waste some time here because Edgar is melting it down on the other end right now.
The Lumberjacks will likely snap this under the 250 mark as we near our halftime. Got a nice halftime show coming up. Maybe. Well, maybe. I'm being told now maybe. Okay.
That's a first down.
It is a first down. Another run by Soltis. So Soltis gets 3 straight carries and pounds out a first down for his Lumberjacks. What do we mean maybe on the halftime show? What's that mean?
Tackle by number 64, Alex Schneider.
I can see the halftime shows playing around the network right now. I say it's a nice one because I made it.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I don't know. I was in the studio this morning kind of monkeying around and whipped up a 15-minute halftime show. Give us the time to eat our brats that are probably coming up here soon.
Very soon. I gave him a generous tip, so hopefully.
That's right. And then shot out of a cannon there was Meltz. Meltz will gain 6 yards on the first down carry as the Lumberjacks push across the Wildcats 50, or push into Wildcats territory.
Let's see if Ladysmith kind of ups the tempo a little bit here. We're down to 2 minutes to play in the first half. No 2-minute warning.
Yeah,
football.
You know, in NFL they call this the 4-minute offense, right? You want to score first and foremost, but you don't want to leave your opponent any or much time to have a rebuttal on it. So this is similar to that at the high school level. And reverse pivot here by Meltz. Meltz fires and has Stevenson again. And that pass offense for these Lumberjacks has been really good.
It just looks like Stevenson has huge hands. Maybe it's
Sticky
the white
mitts.
gloves, right? It looks like he has huge hands.
Anthony has a good suggestion here in our game of the week. I'll get to that here in just a minute.
31-yard line.
I don't know what it is. I don't want to go to Hayward, though. Because we talked about that also.
Request or a thought coming in about Mosney, Cedar Grove, Belgium. That one had crossed my mind. We'll see.
First and 10.
Here's Meltz under pressure, fires across the middle, and that was behind his intended target, Braden Little, and too tall for the outstretched arms of Ty Schnelly, and it hits the grass here in Ladysmith.
Yeah, I mentioned the last possession that if Edgar gets more pressure on the quarterback, that have to make quicker decisions.
Yep. That's the trick, right? That's the trick. if you can do that, you probably do solve Melts.
I play a lot of NCAA football, Jason.
How has that been going?
It's good.
Game came out about a month and a half ago?
Yeah.
Ish?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Madden's probably just about out if it's not already. Man, it's good to have NCAA football back on PlayStation.
20 years without?
No, probably
Not that
10,
long?
10 maybe, something.
Too long for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Here's Melts now out of the shotgun and hits the flat receiver, and this is Soltis, and Soltis gets past one Wildcat defender before he's brought down around the 23-yard line. It's going to bring up third down. It's going to be third and about 3 coming up for the Lumberjacks.
Didn't get out of bounds, so that clock is rolling.
Yeah, I think Ladysmith is okay with that. I think they're okay, especially now where they are in the 25. I think they're okay with that. They've got 2 timeouts at their disposal.
I think if Edgar gets the ball back, they just take a knee. Anyhow?
Likely at this point, yeah. It'll be under a minute even if it happened now. Okay, Melts takes his time.
Bad
now
snap.
takes the snap. Yep, low, scooped it off the turf. Under pressure, and now will roll to his right. And was he across the line of scrimmage? We may never know as the pass is hauled
Touchdown.
in, and touchdown is the call. Boy, Dan, he was tiptoeing right on that line of scrimmage. But another touchdown pass to Stevenson as the Lumberjacks score with 51 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, again, the play just went on too long.
Well, and Melts has shown he can do that, right? He's able to extend that play, and he does it under full control. That's the most impressive part. He does it under full control, knows exactly where he's going with the ball.
Yep, and if, for those that don't know the rule,
Okay.
the quarterback has to be completely over the line of scrimmage.
Every inch of his fiber has to be over the line of scrimmage. Well, we get another timeout before the 2-point conversion. We'll keep it here, 51 seconds. But what is going on here? This is the third timeout prior to a 2-point conversion. I don't know the last time I saw 1. Now we've had 3.
Well, if it's going to be a high-scoring game, if it's going to be a shootout, these 2-point conversions are pretty important.
Anthony says on the suggestion for a game of the week next week, how about some 8-man? And that is a really good suggestion.
It's going to be their opening week.
Yep. I think we're back to the drawing board.
It
after
has
that
been a while
suggestion.
since we've done an 8-man game.
We were in Athens a couple years ago,
Athens
right?
Thorpe, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something
Not
like
a good night for the Blue Jays that night.
Well, Thorpe Cardinals have been coming. They were state runner-ups last year. Of course, the Florence Cats were state champions last year.
I saw in the Zaleski Sports paper about Thorpe looking to get back to the state championship game.
For sure. They've got a nice team again this year. So perhaps what you're saying is we should take a look at who Thorpe is playing next week.
Wouldn't be bad.
I bet the schedule's even in that magazine. I know it is.
I bet you it
as a matter of
is.
fact. Oh, I know it is. Yep, right there.
Versus Athens.
Okay. All right. Consider Owen with you right next to it, another 8-man club. Here is Melts now on the 2-point try. Ball hits the ground. Melts will roll to his right. Under pressure there, diving tackle, no good, and throw is going to be broken up in the end zone. And the 2-point conversion fails. Edgar leads by 2.
Passing complete
Yeah.
to number 5, Ashton Clark.
Fancy. Nobody's told me that yet.
Makes a score.
Well, I just told you.
Thank you. Well, too late now.
22-20, Wildcats, 51 seconds left to play here in the first half.
It's the thing about print media. Once it's printed, it's gone. But some of those become collector's items, right?
Like an error baseball
the error,
card?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
With Pete Rose holding onto a bat with a swear on the bottom?
Something like that.
Yeah. Edgar's going to get the ball back here, assuming it's not going to be an onside kick or anything tricky. Be interesting to see if Edgar tries to air it out or if they're just going to be content with a 2-point lead into the locker room. For those that don't know, we have print media from Zaleski Sports in the press box here.
We do. Well, and it's all over Wisconsin, so you can find our Zaleski. Thanks for the tee up there, Dan. You can find our Zaleski Sports Headlines magazine weekly all over the area. Thorpe, Withee, Abbotsford, Stetsonville, Medford, Neilsville, Greenwood, Marshfield, Spencer, Stratford, Hewitt, and Blenker. There you go. Retail locations all over the place. You can look on Facebook to see where those distribution points are. But new issue every week at all those cities, talking about all your favorite high school sports. Full color magazine, Zaleski Sports Headlines. Get it now at newsstands near you.
I don't think she's watching, but I did date a girl from Stetsonville. Very nice.
Lewis Zimmer with the kick.
Yeah.
And return underway here up the far side is Brock Maurer. All right, Dan, well, here you go. You said they might kneel it down. Ladysmith with just one timeout to their credit, 46 seconds left. Edgar will come out on its own 37-yard line.
It was a very interesting kickoff because the far gunner was way over the line before he kicked that ball.
First week stuff.
Yeah.
First week stuff.
Probably a good 2 yards past it.
And I wonder if the side judge on that side may have just told him afterwards, hey, I didn't throw the flag this time, but next time I'm throwing that flag. You get a lot of that leniency in this first week. Edgar will run a play, and this will be Maverick Butt. Gain of a few. Edgar's got 2 timeouts. Now they've got 1.
Yeah, so there's method to the madness, right? Because every running play that you do, you're wearing down the opposing defensive line a little bit, right? Now, if the team's going to be able to go into halftime and have a seat and collect themselves, but, it all adds up. It really does.
Does all add up. The other thing I want people to tell us in the chat box is how they like our score ticker. This is brand new for 2024. Tell us how you enjoying our score ticker, getting scores from all the other 10 games on the network. Of course, you should just pick up another device and watch those games. But I'm just talking realistically here. Can any human being really have 11 games going on in their living room at the same time?
I don't know.
Probably not.
We have 9 here.
Well, we're somewhat of a technology company at the same time. I'm just talking about the regular Joe and Mary sitting at home right now with baby Susie in the crib. I mean, are they really able to watch all 11? But here you can at least see the score. So tell us how you like the score ticker.
I see your mug on a bunch of these games.
I know. The halftime. It's halftime everywhere. And there's nobody else laying around that wants to do that show, so it's just me.
We have to get back to the weekly show.
It's coming soon. Here's 2nd and 5, and play action pass. And this one is going to be thrown too far. Strite overshoots the mark as that pass intended for Leighton Schuett.
Well covered.
Well covered, double covered with Schuett, and even though he's a 6'3", 180-pound senior, that 6'3" was about, he would needed to be about 7'3", I think.
Well, if he's not open, throw it away.
Yeah, well, that's just it right there.
Yeah.
So each team with a timeout left, 34 seconds to work with, 3rd and 6 coming up for the Wildcats. Late substitution for the Lumberjacks. New cornerback coming in on this near side. Ball's on the ground, and boy, Strite lucky to get that back. He had fumbled one similar to that earlier in the quarter.
Well, Edgar's not going to snap it if they don't have to.
Yeah, and Lumberjacks have. Well, actually, the scoreboard shows 0 for them. So.
Well, that's it.
Clock will run from here, and we have reached our halftime here in Ladysmith. Clock will expire. Lumberjacks with not a timeout left to their name. In your halftime score, the Edgar Wildcats lead the Ladysmith Lumberjacks 22-20. Time now for our halftime show. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
Hello, football fans. Jason Zaleski here. It is halftime at your game. We'll have you back for second half action here momentarily, but first, a couple things that we've got going on around here. We've got a lot in store for you here in this halftime show. We'll talk to you about magazine, talk to you about VIP, talk to you about highlights, all kinds of stuff. But for now, let's start with action from last night. It was Thursday night football opener across the state of Wisconsin, and 5 games here on Zaleski Sports last night. Over 16,000 of you tuned in to last night's football games. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being back tonight. 11 games here tonight, and your game again. Halftime now. We'll be back to second half action soon. Let's talk about yesterday's games, and we had 5 games featuring Wisconsin Valley Conference teams, the new Wisconsin Valley Conference, versus Big Rivers teams, the new Big Rivers Conference. And what a showing from the Big Rivers Conference. Big Rivers football teams went 5-0 last night. It was a night sweep for the Big Rivers Conference. They outscored the Wisconsin Valley football opponents 153-84, including a couple of romps. Rice Lake over DC Everest 44-17, and it was River Falls over Wisconsin Rapids 44-21. So a couple of blowouts there. Some closer ones. New Richmond Marshfield 7-6. It was a Marshfield defensive score. The extra point failed, and Marshfield failed in the end, losing at home by 1 to the New Richmond Tigers. That was Tigers on Tigers action from last night. Menominee and Eau Claire North, the Mustangs on the road got over Eau Claire North 22-19. Both teams with chances to score in that fourth quarter, but neither able to put it in. Eau Claire North ends up turning the ball over on downs late in the quarter, and Menominee able to kneel it out. And then the other score, it was Chippewa Falls over Spash, 36-21. That score was even a little bit wider of a margin as far as the gameplay was concerned. So really 3 of the 5 were blowouts, two tight ones. But in the end, the Big Rivers Bullies bowl over Wisconsin Valley Conference teams last night, 153-84. There's 2 more of those games in this crossover non-conference situation. It's Eau Claire Memorial visiting Hudson, and you may be at halftime of that game now. And Wausau West is up at Superior, and score will get sent in by Carrier Pigeon all the way up from Superior. You can find that score tomorrow morning at ZaleskiSports.com. So that was the action yesterday, and as we move to today's games, again, congratulations. You're watching one of them right now, 1 of 11. So let's talk about every other game that's going on, at least listings. I'm not going to bore you with 10 football game previews and give you all my expansive knowledge of these 10 games. I could. Halftime is not going to allow us that much time. Wrightstown at Wapaka. I mentioned Eau Claire Memorial at Hudson. All these games live right now on Zaleski Sports. Stanley Boyd visiting Colby, New Lisbon and Neelsville. It's Amherst and St. Mary Catholic over in Neenah. Auburndale at Spencer Columbus. Mosinee at Stratford, last year's Division 6 division champs, the Stratford Tigers. Due to performance factor, they have been slotted in Division 5 for football playoffs this year, should the Tigers make a playoff eligible team. I believe they will. Shiocton at Iola Scandinavia. That's an interesting game. Maybe one that you should be watching. Oak Creek at Waterford. Oak Creek Knights looking for a big season this year, and they're taking a part in a game at Waterford right now. Edgar, Division 7 state champs. They are at Ladysmith. If you're watching that game, you've been listening to me and Dan Ross there. An interesting game for sure. Edgar always likes in their non-conference, if they can play up a couple divisions, they do, and they got that chance tonight against the Lumberjacks. And then our big one tonight, it's Kaukauna and Notre Dame. Notre Dame, number 1 team in Division 3. We've got Kaukauna slotted at number 3 in Division 2. So a titanic battle going on in Green Bay right now. More on those rankings. Rankings, you say? Yeah, that's right. Zaleski Sports VIPs know these rankings already. But later on in today's show, I will go through those VIP rankings. Here's the trick, though, gang. I mentioned the other 10 games that you're not watching right now. Go grab another device. Get yourself a laptop, a tablet, a phone, a TV. Go borrow your neighbor's TV. Put it in your living room. You got 2 sitting on the wall there. You're big time with 2 TVs on the wall. Watch one of these other games alongside the one that you're watching now. I'll have more updates for you in just a moment.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Halftime show continues here on Zaleski Sports. Jason Zaleski here. Hello, friends. Zaleski Sports headlines. Here we go. This is edition 15 right here, Marshfield Area Magazine, and edition 1, Medford Area Magazine there. And you can get all your football previews for free by picking up that free weekly magazine at retail locations all around the area. Blenker, Auburndale, Hewitt, Marshfield, Stratford, Spencer, Neelsville, Greenwood, Thorpe, Withee, Abbotsford, Stetsonville, and Medford. A free weekly magazine, all color, full color, lots of pictures, high school sports, and swimming, golf, tennis, cross country, volleyball, and of course football, all in our Zaleski Sports magazine. That is free to pick up weekly at those at all those retail locations. Check Facebook at Zaleski Sports for specific retail locations. We will talk to you next. Rankings football rankings. I'll tell you about those in just a minute.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Zaleski Sports VIP members, they've already seen these rankings, and you can too. Just $5 a month. Go to ZaleskiSports.com, click VIP. I'm going to give you all of them right here. But if you want to see them, read them, look at them again, all found at ZaleskiSports.com, and just click VIP for that. We give you rankings, football, volleyball, special news updates, features, other fun stuff, and it's just $5 a month at ZaleskiSports.com. So let's start in Division 7 and our top 5. Oh, we'll give you a sneak preview. We'll give you the top 5. Number 5 in D7, Potosi-Cassville, followed by River Ridge, Boyceville, Blackhawk Warren, and Edgar. The returning champs start this season here at Zaleski Sports at number 1. In Division 6, Auburndale, Mondovi, Reedsville, Westby, and Grantsburg. In Division 5, Wrightstown, Kewanee, St. Mary Springs, Darlington, and back-to-back champs Stratford start this year at Division 5, ranked number 1 here on Zaleski Sports. In Division 4, Ellsworth, Columbus, Aquinas, St. Croix Central, and Lodi tops the charts in D4. Division 3, Grafton, Port Washington, Mount Horeb, Barneveld, Lux Casco, and Notre Dame Academy, number 1 in Division 4. Division 3, New Richmond, Sun Prairie East, Kaukauna, Badger, and Rice Lake. I want to talk to you about Kaukauna and Notre Dame coming up in just a minute. That's a juicy one on our Friday schedule. And I had those out of order here. Division 1, that was Division 2. Division 1, Neenah, Waunakee, Kimberly, Marquette, and the Franklin Sabres top the charts in Division 1. Those are our rankings. Again, Zaleski Sports VIP. We will quickly turn in just a couple weeks to actual seeds. We'll give you those seed previews. That is using our formula based on the WIAA seeding formula. So we no longer give opinions. In just a couple weeks, you will get stone cold hard facts on your favorite high school sporting teams. Friday games, we'll talk about those coming up.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
All right, gang, 11 games coming up on Friday. Wow. All 7 o'clock kickoffs. Again, we give you 16 total here in opening week for free. All you got to do is get to YouTube. You can watch for free with professional play-by-play, other great stuff, graphics. We give you the best that we can offer. We give it to you 16 times this opening week. Here's a schedule for Friday. Eau Claire Memorial is at Hudson. Wrightstown is at Wapaka. Stanley Boyd at Colby. New Lisbon at Neelsville Granton. Amherst at St. Mary Catholic, Auburndale at Spencer Columbus, Mosinee at Stratford. Get a first look at the two-time Division 6 state champions, now in Division 5, the Stratford Tigers. Shiocton at Iola Scandinavia. Edgar begins to defend their title, Division 7 title, at Ladysmith. Oak Creek is at Waterford, and a really good game, the juicy one, right? Kaukauna and Notre Dame. We've got Kaukauna ranked number 3. In Division 2, and then we've got Notre Dame ranked number 1 in Division 3. So 2 heavyweights going at it Friday on Zaleski Sports. Again, watch all games live. You go to right here, YouTube. You can type in Zaleski Sports. You go to ZaleskiSports.com. You can launch your game from there. Whatever suits your fancy. Social media, we've got direct links to all the games. Whatever you want, you can find the games. Just go to the place that you like most and click the game from there. So those are 11 coming tomorrow. Highlights of select games this week. will be found on Facebook. You go to your favorite Facebook Zaleski Sports channel, and we give you the best 5 minutes that we found during any of these games, and we show you those highlights every weekend during the football, and then all week long once all the other sports join in, which is coming up soon. As a matter of fact, let me give you some tidbits on next week's schedule in just a bit.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Next week, this is the week of August 26th. Volleyball is live on Zaleski Sports. We bring our volleyball girls in with our football boys, and we'll have some fun. It all starts on Tuesday, and we have got a serious lineup for you on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, I got to let the computer do the calculation for me. 24 volleyball games on Tuesday. 24 volleyball games on Tuesday. That's ridiculous. Who's going to all these games? Yeah, we are. So we got 24 for you. I'm going to save you the trouble of listing all those off. You go to ZaleskiSports.com, you click the schedule button, and you can read through them all yourself. It's pretty ridiculous. More volleyball coming on Wednesday. Pacelli is going to head to St. Mary Catholic for a quad over there. Wapaka has a quad on Wednesday, so we'll give you 6 volleyball games on Wednesday. On Thursday, one volleyball game, that's Wisconsin Rapids at Auburndale, and then we're back to football on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. And as a matter of fact, Saturday, we return to 8-player football. It's Phillips at Newman Catholic, kickoff at 1 p.m., and your Saturday morning serial is Columbus Catholic volleyball as they go to UW Stout to play all kinds of teams over there. I don't know. There's probably close to 100 games next week. Just silly what we're doing, but watch, please, and enjoy. We will be back to your broadcast booth in just a moment on Zaleski Sports.
All right, second half action is upon us here in Ladysmith. Edgar out to a 22-20 win. We were talking about that marvelous scoreless streak that the Wildcats had throughout the year. Started after the first quarter in Stratford and went all the way to level 3. Here, though, they have let up 20 points in week 1. And maybe, Dan, it's just a bit of, let's just get it out of our system now.
Yeah,
and we
it's
can start a new
interesting.
streak, but it's Stratford next week, so who knows?
Yeah, Boyceville scored 20 or whatever it was, level 3 last year. And Ladysmith has a very similar type of offense. Probably, I would guess that Coach Udes saw what Boyceville did to Edgar last year. Spread it out, throw it downfield, get a mobile quarterback, move the pocket. Very similar play styles.
All right, so Lumberjacks will kick. Dan thought he spied an onside kick earlier in this game. And this one will float to about the 25 on the far side of the field. And patiently bringing it up, it's going to be a gain of about 7 on the return. And the Wildcats will have the ball first here in this second half.
I can't believe these lights at this field. It's
They're modern.
Yeah, they're modern lights. It looks like they're shining down on something very reflective, or maybe there's lights on the bottom as well. But this, with very minimal lights around us, it is bright.
Yeah, I've seen these at some other stadiums I've been to, and they make the surface look white. It's so bright, and it looks really nice. That was Austin Schreiber on the kick return, by the way. And here's Strite, handoff, goes to Butt. Butt on the move, and he's going to have a nice run on the first play from scrimmage here in the second half. It's going to be a gain of about 13, maybe 14 for Maverick Butt.
He did a great job of telling the officials and the opponents that was a first down.
Well, just in case they weren't looking or watching. You know, every now and then you get a teammate that doesn't pay attention. So
That's
you
true.
give them the first down.
You
right
get
on
up
through.
and you're like, that's a
Yep,
first down.
Bingo. This will go to Apfelbeck. Apfelbeck has been the power back of that trio here through the first half of play, and he'll gain about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6 as the tee is finally flung off the field 2 plays later. We talked about having a dog come and retrieve tees. They need one here.
It's not even an issue if you have a dog that goes out and gets it.
Even an issue.
2nd and 7.
Yeah. What else? What other animal do you think could retrieve a tee? Just
Bird?
a dog,
Like a parrot or something?
Okay, or
An
a hawk.
eagle? A hawk,
Yeah, a bird of a predator bird.
Especially if that's your mascot.
Especially if maybe the Auburndale Eagles need to invest in an eagle.
Yeah. Or just have the eagle mascot like flap his wings out there and get in and bring it back.
Will Hackle on the run as we get back into football here. You know, the Auburndale Eagle is one of my favorite mascots.
Tell me you wouldn't love to see the eagle flap his wings, run out there to get the tee and come back.
I'm very much in love with the Eagle, and at the same time, I'm very much unhappy that Auburndale changed their nickname. So I'm in both boats at the same time. Both at the same time.
It's like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
About 4, 3rd and 5. We were close here. Call it 3rd and 4.5 if you like. As Strite with receivers split to either side, 2 in the backfield. Strite under center. The handoff will go to Apfelbeck. Apfelbeck has made a couple miss, and he will pound ahead for a first down. And one Lumberjack slow to get up after the play, and actually play is going to be halted for the injured Lumberjack on the far side of the field.
He's going to need some attention.
Yep, he will. And let's step aside. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Edgar Family Restaurant is located just south of Highway 29 in Edgar and open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, drink, dessert, get it all at Edgar Family Restaurant. Homemade food to fill your belly and your soul. Daily specials including Friday fish fry, soup, salad, pies made from scratch, and a full menu of choices are yours at Edgar Family Restaurant. Give back to those who support our community. Give back and visit Edgar Family Restaurant for breakfast tomorrow, then stay for lunch and dinner too. Edgar Family Restaurant is a proud backer of Wildcats football.
Okay. All right, back in Ladysmith. Off under his own power was the injured Lumberjack player, although slow. Here's Affelbeck now around the outside, and he will fall down, gain of about 4. They're telling me 60 on the injury, and unfortunately there's not a 6-0 on our roster, so we wish that young fella all the best and get back on the football field again real soon.
The Edgar line is winning the battle of the trenches here to start the second half.
Yeah, what a change from the first quarter, right? Because that was not the case in the first quarter. Ladysmith was controlling the line of scrimmage for the first 12 minutes of this ballgame.
Yeah, and Edgar had the touchdown drive where they had the full house backfield the entire time, and they have not strayed much from it since.
Okay.
But there's pack in the box.
Strite brings his team to the line, 2nd and 6 here, as Butt will get met in the backfield. He'll push ahead for a couple, and they'll give him 1. It's going to be 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Wildcats. Tough run for Maverick Butt, but that time the Lumberjacks interior won that battle.
Yeah, they got 10 guys in the box. Try to stop them.
3rd and 5.
And I'd say that's likely, Dan, the appropriate decision at this point, right? Edgar's not been able to pass the ball, but they've been able to run the ball effectively, so you've got to counter it. Otherwise, they're going to run away from you. So 3rd and 5, Edgar lines up on the Ladysmith 34-yard line.
Should have more room this time.
Give on the far side, but again, Ladysmith up to the task as that run ahead by Hackle. So Will Hackle will gain about a yard, and it's going to bring up 4th and 4-ish, and cramp. Yeah, a lot of week 1 cramps. It just always happens since the beginning of football. You know, you think back to the 1885 season, and there were cramps that year too. It's just the way it. I mean, the exertion. If you've never played football before, the exertion level is beyond anything you've done. I'm just telling you, and those muscles they lose fluid, they lose their oxygen, and then they cramp up.
Exertion levels. Sometimes I'm in bed and I'm trying to fight leg cramps. I'm laying there.
I had one 2 weeks ago, as a matter of fact, and it was at 3, 4 in the morning.
It's
all
like
I did was turn
zone.
over.
It's danger zone. You're like, oh, it's gonna cramp.
All I did was turn over. That's all I did. But
people at home, there is a group of people that are like, yes, that happens to me every once in a while.
Yeah, and what I was told, and it does work for me, the best way to relieve a leg cramp is to stand on it. Stand up. And that usually makes it go away. For me, it does. That's what I was told. All right.
Wait. So you get out of bed.
Yeah.
You jump up.
Well, I wouldn't say jump, but I get out of bed and then stand. If it's a leg cramp, stand, and it melts right away.
All right.
For me, it does.
Dr. Zaleski over
I'm
here.
not so sure about that, but all right.
Big play.
So that was number 53, Eli Schultz. He was able to sprint off the field. He'll be back again soon, it looks.
4th and a short 5. How about that?
Yeah, 4th and a short 5. 2 in the backfield for Strite.
Oh, false start.
And false start is going to perhaps put a thought of a punt in the coaching staff. A thought of it. They're marching to the sideline. Okay, now offense will stay on. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Dan. You're from the 37, but now 4th and a full 10.
Yeah.
And the passing game hasn't developed yet. So it's a long ways for a run play here on 4th down. We'll see what the Wildcats do. Here's Strite under center. Barks once, barks twice. Play action. He'll roll to his right. Now he will keep. And Strite now fires, and too far. Could he have run for the first down? That's what Tucker will look at later.
There's a flag on the field.
Flag on the far side of the field.
I wonder what that is. Maybe someone downfield.
Well, or was it, that almost could have been a defensive holding at the same time. So let's see what they call here. Flag on the far side of the field.
Which would not be an automatic first down in high school.
It would not be.
Let's see. Pass interference? Is that what this is?
Or he's telling the sideline to stay back. Oh, he's asking for the ball. Okay. Well, our white hat is
a legal forward pass. He was over the line.
Okay. So that'll be declined. It'll be first down. Turnover on downs. Ball goes back to the Lumberjacks.
You know what? He should have ran it then.
Well, I say he's going to watch it back on the bus on the way home, and he'll kind of critique himself. Let's see here. Folks are telling us about the score ticker. Thank you, Scott, Anthony, Clark, Will, Logan, Larry, all watching the broadcast tonight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Hope we're doing a good job for you. 2-point lead for the Wildcats, but Ladysmith will take the ball for the first time here in the second half. And we're going to have a false start on the Lumberjacks.
It was a really good bark of a snap count because both sides ran.
Yeah, no, you're right. Went with the hard count, right?
Yeah.
You call it right. 32 counter, on two, ready, break. And then the two never happened. We went on the first.
Yeah, I mean, the center could have moved the ball or something, too. Like, it's hard to tell from where we're at.
All right, Meltz will hand it off. Nice run off of right tackle there for Elias Makunda. Makunda's had some nice carries here in this game. Doesn't have a whole pile of yards, but he's had some nice carries and a good 3, maybe 4-yard burst there. Call it 4 on the game.
Yeah, what really opens it up is the fact that Ladysmith's been so effective spreading the field through the air. Edgar can't pack the box like they will many times this year.
Two receivers to the near side of the field for Meltz. And it's two of his favorites, Little and Stevenson. And it goes to Little, and Little, nice slant reception, and the bulk of the yards back. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 after the 1st and 15. Now we've got 3rd and 4, and ball near midfield.
It's really interesting because you could see it was man coverage, but the defender guarding the slot was in the safety position, had 10, 12 yards off of him. Easy pitch and catch for 8 or 9 yards.
So after they spot it, it's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 49-yard line. Now this has been a pass for Ladysmith in the first half. We'll see what they do here on 3rd and 3.
Again, the slot receiver doesn't have anybody on him.
And Meltz will swing it out to Little, and Little will get the first down and more as he's into Edgar territory just past the 40-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of 12 on 3rd and 3 and a first down for the Lumberjacks.
I know that if I can see this, people on the Ladysmith sideline can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, Edgar, for the duration of the game, right, it really still hasn't adjusted to the passing attack of the Ladysmith team here.
Yep.
And they were ill-prepared for that as well.
It is a tough team to prepare for week 1.
3 receivers in the formation for Meltz. Another low snap, another slant, another catch by Little, and a gain of 7. And the passing offense for these Lumberjacks continues to click here in the second half.
Not intentional, but a little pick by the official.
Well, you run those crossers over the middle, right? And so you're going to be running through and past and into somebody. There's just so much traffic in the middle. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And that's why those crossing routes, those slants work so well.
Yeah, I mean, you draw a week 1 opponent like Ladysmith, and Edgar is not afraid to travel, not afraid to play anybody in the entire state, right?
That's correct.
And it's a really tough opponent. It's an opponent that you're not going to see a whole lot of type of style of play.
6'1" senior Timmy Meltz puts Little in motion. A handoff goes to Makunda. Makunda powers up the middle and will gain about 2. It's going to be a 3rd and short. Another tough run by Makunda, and he is slow to get up, and a cramp perhaps here for Makunda. This is about the time where those cramps show up too. We're into the second half. We've been running around a lot. Again, it's not, I wouldn't call this hot weather here today, but it is comfortably warm. But yeah, Makunda and the cramp.
Yeah, it's sticky. So what do you think about next Thursday doing the weekly show? since I'm out of town Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then do Mondays after that?
Ask me tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Okay. I need to look at our schedule next week, but yeah.
Throw it in the comments.
It's coming back.
Throw it in the comments if you want the return of the weekly show where we recap.
Well, whether they want it or not, it's coming back.
Okay.
But they'll still tell us, and tell us if you like it. Tell me if you don't like it. See if we can make it better, right? We'll take feedback for improvement.
Used to be Wednesday. We want to move it to Monday so that we can talk about the previous weekend sports events.
Yeah, I want to, especially during the football season, right? I think we've got some, we watch a lot of the games on Fridays, and I'll end up seeing more through either a game I'll maybe watch in my free time or some highlights, and then I've developed some other opinions by Monday, and I'd like to, get those out to the public. When we wait until Wednesday, I've sometimes forgot about what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, if you wait till Wednesday, you're already kind of looking forward to Friday. You're chomping at the bit about what's going on.
Yeah. Yep. And no worries, right? We'll still talk about the Friday games coming up, but just the relative closeness to the Friday, maybe the Monday show is the best way to go.
All right. They ran it last time.
Yep. Here goes Meltz.
He got it, looks like.
I'd say just enough. Meltz needed a yard. He got 2.5.
By number 15, Jason Risco.
We're still, we're going to measure, aren't we?
2 measurements in one game.
Timeout for
a lot of times that stick, where the first down stick is, it's right on the yard line, and that ball is right on the yard line. So my unprofessional opinion here is that he just barely gets it.
Okay.
It's not like the NFL where you at like a half-yard line or something. They like to spot the ball right on the hash mark. Make it easy.
Well, they're measuring there, and it is a first down. I thought it was, too.
Just by the toe of the ball.
Got Kaukauna marching down the field. They trail Notre Dame 16-6, and they have just converted a 4th and 5 to bring up a 1st and goal. Notre Dame, fourth quarter already, yeah. Number 1 team in Division III, Notre Dame Tritons, and the number 3 team in Division II, the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts, going head-to-head in Week 1. Dan, you talk about good Week 1 games and how to schedule this thing. Those two did it right, Kaukauna and Notre Dame.
A lot of strength of schedule points for both teams there.
I'm glad you brought that up. We're going to talk about that soon. All right, here's Meltz with a fresh set of downs. Inside the Edgar 30-yard line. And running into a pile of Wildcat tacklers is Carter Soltis.
Yeah, what did we learn from the bracketing last year? And, we're so far from it, but, I mean, your conference, you can't do anything about that, right? Your strength of schedule is what it is.
Right.
The WIAA sets the conferences up.
Yeah.
So you can't improve yourself anyway for what you have to play, besides for the first 2 weeks.
You got your 2 non-cons, yeah. Here's Meltz, play action. He'll roll and under attack now. And the first time the Wildcats were ready for that, but Meltz runs out of the pressure and runs out of bounds. He will get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard further. It's going to be 3rd down. Yeah, so a reminder, seeding formula, wins and losses count. You like to have wins, don't like the losses. But the strength of schedule, the records of the teams you've played count a lot. And then, of course, the records of the teams you beat count a lot. So the strength of schedule
they count
is
a
big factor in your seed. You cannot go through a cupcake schedule and get a good playoff seed. You need to play the toughest of the tough. And, of course, if you win, you're even in better shape. What we learned last year, and Tom Shafransky, the football commissioner over at the association, told us we were right because we thought we were. But we call it the hand of God, coming in and placing and moving teams around geographically and perhaps even moving them around on their seed lines. Talk more about that as the season goes on. Timeout on the field, 3:45 left in the 3rd. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hi, this is Natalie from Abbey Bank. We would like to take a moment to thank our customers for their continued support. We know you have many options to choose from when it comes to your banking needs, and we thank you for choosing us. Please join us each Friday in June for our Customer Appreciation Fridays. We invite our customers to come into any Abbey Bank location for your free dairy treat of the week. We're happy to help support our local Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank is member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, out of the timeout. 3rd and 7 for the Lumberjacks. Little, the motion man, in front of Meltz. Meltz looks left, throws left, and to the end zone, and just a bit too far for the laid-out Doug Stevenson. The 6'4" receiver for the Lumberjacks put it all on the line and not able to haul it in.
Looked like Stevenson might have used the offhand to kind of create space, too. But
pro move.
But the officials aren't going to call it. Right?
Not at this level.
No.
Because the officials, they may not even notice what happened. That's how smooth that move was.
4th down, big play here.
So 4th
Wildcats
down.
try to get off the field.
Lumberjacks offense stays on. It is 4th and 7. Meltz throws to the end zone, and the pass is incomplete, broken up in the corner, and a turnover on downs back to the Wildcats. Pass intended again for Stevenson.
Yeah, good defense. That is a play that's very easy to kind of go through the receiver to try to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, that was the junior, Tucker Strite, in coverage. And I'm not sure he got a hand on it, but he got it in the way enough to make sure it was not complete. And you don't have to get a hand on it.
You know what's interesting about that, and maybe you don't see it on the camera very much, but the quarterback threw it from the near side of the field. That's a 50-yard throw.
That's a great throw.
Yeah.
It is, I mean,
and he threw it on the pylon.
We are nearly, Dan, infatuated with Timmy Meltz.
Yeah, really good quarterback.
Here's Strite. Speaking of quarterbacks, we'll start the offense here for the Wildcats. Probably the last drive in the 3rd quarter. And a nice run off the left side for Apfelbeck. Jace Apfelbeck, 5'11" senior.
Number 23,
Been the power back out of this formation here tonight.
I talked in the pregame show a little bit about some of these current players who sat and watched state championships that Edgar has had in the past. And I talked about the brothers, and I knew coming in that Edgar lost a bunch last year, but it's all the same last names. Might not be the same player, but it's the same family name.
Here's the handoff. This is, again, Apfelbeck twisting ahead. And we'll gain a couple. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Wildcats. 3rd and a yardage needed, made for a running team. 3rd and about 2, it looks like. They maybe even 1.
3rd and a cloud of dust.
Well, the run game has worked.
Field is in great condition.
Perfect, really.
Brand new painted lines.
Yeah. Yeah, the purple outline on the 50 for the school color is really nice. There's Strite. Handoff goes up the middle, and the Lumberjacks defense stiffens. And I don't know that ball moved forward. The down marker, though, is already flipped to 1 on the far side.
I saw that. I don't.
And it is a first down. It is. All right, well, they know. They're right on the field.
I thought that was first down. It was changed so quick.
It was.
That I was like, wait, is it first down? And I looked. It was 3rd down on the scoreboard.
Chain gang aggressive over there.
Not a lot of love for the chain gang. They go through a lot of stuff over there.
They do. Yeah, they
People
do.
tripping over the chain the entire time.
Yeah, you're telling that team, it's always the visiting team, get back, get back, get back. Yeah. Strite, and the handoff goes to the left side. And another nice tackle. That is Makunda, my apologies, on the tackle. And no gain on the play.
I really wonder how many plays Edgar has out of this same formation. And it has worked, but Ladysmith has definitely changed the tune a little bit.
How many plays, Dan? Most of them.
Apparently.
I know that's not a numerical value, but that's the answer. Most of them. 2nd and 10. Again, all kinds of purple shirts on the line of scrimmage. And more penetration in the backfield. It's going to be a loss on the play as those purple shirts have been able to knife through the line of scrimmage here 2 plays in a row.
Again, they have 10 or all 11 guys right in the box.
Yeah,
right?
they've got one. They got Little standing back here right now on the 50, and that's about it. That's about it. Defensive substitutions, though, for the Lumberjacks, perhaps expecting some sort of a pass play here on third, and the scoreboard's got 11. I've got 12, but either way, third and long.
Yeah, maybe a little screen pass, maybe something
safe, right? Because you're not across the 40 yet. And you hate to have a mistake down here. Again, purple shirts all over the place. Strite on the play action pass. He's got 2 in the formation. He will run and strike to the sideline. He's going to come up short.
Just a couple yards.
Going to come up short by the time they mark it, Dan, probably about 4 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 4, run of 7. And the clock will start, and we're probably going to get this 4th down play on the other side of the quarter. Because we've got 12 seconds, and our white hat will wind it now. Or not.
Well, he was out of bounds. Probably stay stopped.
In the third quarter?
I think so.
Okay. All right, well, 12 seconds, so we'll see the 4th quarter play now. So bonus, we get to see it right away.
Are they punting or are they going for it? That's looks like a punt.
Isaac and Latanya checking in. Yep, this will be the punt. And this is Brock Maurer. Maurer's done a nice job punting here in this game. It's always fun when you can compliment the punter. And another boomer for Maurer, angling towards his own sideline. Gets a great Edgar roll, and that'll be near the 10-yard line. The Lumberjacks are pinned deep, and they'll have 1.6 seconds. So we've got one play coming here in the third quarter.
How about that Bears punter? The crocodile punter, according to Hard Knocks.
The crocodile punter, yeah.
From Australia.
What a story.
Mate.
What a story, mate. Yep.
Yeah, he's from Iowa. He was Iowa's best offensive player last year, the punter.
In Australia, women are sometimes referred to as Sheilas, right? What are the men? Do you recall?
I don't know. I have been there, and we're going again in January.
Forget what that is.
Make that first round of 10 at the 13.
Oak Creek up big on Waterford. Matthew Peck and Eli Vang-Salata. Yeah. Big win underway for the Oak Creek Knights.
Oak Creek is a very good football program.
They are.
They're saying goodbye.
All right, we have reached the end of the third quarter. It is jump around time in Ladysmith. Back for the 4th after this. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week presented by Security Health Plan.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
I said it's jump around time here. We'll turn it up for the folks at home. Jump around time in Ladysmith. People at home hopping around in their living room right now. Kids jumping on the couch.
Be careful, House of Pain's going to expect a check.
they will expect a check. Well, hey, come at me, bro.
Is House of Pain still alive?
Come at me, bro. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? You know,
my wife and I play this game. Whenever you hear like an 80s or 90s band.
Are they still alive?
Yeah, are they still alive?
Well, I mean,
the 80s were 40 years ago.
Well, that's what I was just going to
it's
say,
not that
right?
unreasonable.
No, it's not. So if the artist was, 30, 35, 40 back then, I mean, they're over 80 perhaps.
Especially given the lifestyles.
And the lifestyle was not
of the rockers back then. Yeah.
It was not calm.
Yeah.
And it was usually not friendly to the body.
Ran them hard.
Ran
them hard.
Ran them hard. Put them away wet.
Yep.
All right, here we go, Ladysmith. second down here to start quarter number 4.
Lots of cushion by the slot receiver. There he is again.
And that's Little again, working in space, and
kind of ran backwards.
Ends up running backwards, yeah. And because he ran backwards on his own, there was no forward progress, and it'll be at the point of contact, and he's actually going to lose a yard. No, he doesn't. Now okay. That down marker over there has really screwed me up because he's moving around the whole time.
Yeah.
What he was doing, he was lifting it up so that the chains could go forward, and as he lifted up, he moved it backwards, and I thought they were spotting it backwards.
Yeah.
He's got to settle down over there.
Yeah, I mean, Edgar's giving 10 yards to the slot receiver, and they're just throwing it out to him, and Little's a really good runner after the catch.
He's been slippery, hasn't he?
Yeah.
All right, so first down from the Edgar 23-yard line. Here's Meltz. He'll carry himself this time. And
Fumble.
Ball is out, and the Wildcats have it. Ball got poked out from behind, right out of the hands of Timmy Meltz, and on to the grass it goes and scooped up by the Wildcats.
Big break for the Wildcats.
A huge break as Gavin Maurer picks it up. As we were just talking about the pass offense for Ladysmith, really hooked up, and Wildcats having a tough time with it. But on the run by Meltz, he coughs it up, and now the good end of that break, if you're Edgar, is now you're in scoring position here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you see Coach Hughes just shaking his head like unforced error.
Yep.
29-yard line.
Here's Strite, 3 options behind him, and he will give again to Apfelbeck. Apfelbeck still on his feet, pushing forward, and he lost the ball as he was down. A big run for Jace Apfelbeck, probably somewhere around 20 yards. We'll see where they mark it.
Jace Apfelbeck on the carry.
I got to keep an eye on that rascally down marker over there.
I think he's on about the...
On the 11, so
11,
yeah, about a 28-yard run. What a run by Apfelbeck, right on the sudden change. So 1st and 10 from the 11.
Edgar quick to the line.
They got momentum. Apfelbeck runs into a brick wall that time and will gain about a yard.
Getting a little testy down there.
Yeah, I was going to say the whistle blew. Yeah, that short double spurt, and that's the quit it guys whistle. Yeah. If you get the triple spurt, then you're going to have some real problems out there.
Then the laundry comes out.
Yeah, sometimes.
If you're a Wildcat fan, getting in the end zone here could almost seal it.
I thought you were going to say if you're a Wildcat fan, stand up and clap your hands.
Yeah.
We don't do the chants up here. Yeah, here we go, 2nd down.
Off tackle.
Yeah, here goes Apfelbeck racing to the pylon or to the goal line and in. And it's a 9-yard touchdown run for Jace Apfelbeck, and Edgar opens up an 8-point lead. Extra points still coming.
This would be a great time to bring a kicker in to get a freebie point.
Just to make it a 2-possession game?
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't see it happening. I see all the 11 staying on the field. So unless the kicker is already in that bunch, and what we saw in pregame, he's not. Yeah.
The best part of that touchdown run was Apfelbeck could have gotten into the end zone. He decided to hit the guy at the goal line.
Dang right.
Yeah, he did. He's like, I'm going after this guy.
All right, Wildcats will go for 2. This would also make it a 2-possession game.
Big play.
And here's Butt, kept by Strite.
Good defense.
And great defense there. The stop made by Manny Moore, and it stays a 1-possession game here in Ladysmith. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar. If you're at home, put your hands together for our great sponsors. They're the ones making this broadcast completely free to you. And my request is this. They've all got social media accounts. You guys have all been complimentary in the chat box. But all these sponsors, they've all got social media accounts. Go to one of them right now and just say thanks for Zaleski Sports. That would help out a lot. And it also encourages them to keep coming so you get to watch free sports forever and ever. Or at least for the end of the year.
Looks like we have a tee issue.
Well, the tee has fluttered away for some reason.
Yeah, it's like the other tee is bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't want that tee. You know, well, we've got 3-legged tees and 4-legged tees, so it just depends what the preference is. And you might have just grabbed the wrong one. It'll be Ellen Becker to kick it. Dakota Ellen Becker.
See, that's something you have to watch. You have dogs out there. You have to get it from the dog as they come back. Otherwise, it's going to go somewhere and chew on it.
Right. That's exactly. Because you could trade the tee for a biscuit, and then you're good. Yeah. This one fielded at the 17-yard line, and reverse is the call on the kick. And here's Little. Little on the move. He's got room to the outside. Little will bring this one all the way into Edgar territory, down at the 39-yard line. A huge return after the Edgar touchdown for Braden Little.
Slippery.
He's got moves. That boy has got some moves. The 6'2" senior is Braden Little.
It's not like he wasn't touched. He was touched by 3 or 4 different Edgar Wildcats.
Yep, but they're not able to square him up, and to the credit of Braden Little, not letting them square him up.
Yeah, you can't arm tackle him.
9:44, 8-point game. And it's a 3-point game in Green Bay, Kaukauna and Notre Dame. If you got another device, turn that one on right now. They are in the final seconds of that game in a 3-point game right now. A run off of right tackle. And there's Mukunda again. Mukunda again, he's had a really nice game. I don't know that he's got 100 yards, but he's got about 12 to 14 carries and some tough yards, whatever that total is. Probably somewhere near 60 or 65.
60, 70, I would say.
Yeah, but they have been impressive yards as he's banging heads in there.
I was going to tell you about this game that's 28-20. It's really good, but that's our game.
It is our game. We got a nice one here, too. It's a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. Under pressure and thrown away. And no flags on the play. So thrown away by Meltz. Meltz was under pressure. What looked like Maverick Butt closing in on that far side. I didn't catch the full number. They do say Moore was the intended receiver, but I would differ. I would say the sideline was the intended receiver.
Yeah, and the intended receiver hit, as the ball was in the air, he hit the Edgar Wildcat closest to him.
I remember practice like it was yesterday. Coach said, Zaleski, go hit somebody. So you just turn around and hit who's ever next to you.
Yep. 3rd and 7. They have gone to the slant a few times
They
tonight.
sure have, haven't they?
Yep.
Little on the far side. He's been one of the difference makers for these Lumberjacks. Stevenson out there as well. But this will be a run by Mukunda, and a big run there. It's going to be enough for a Lumberjacks first down. 3rd and 7, and Mukunda bangs his way through for about 16.
Good play call, because you could see the Wildcats backpedaling on the snap.
We thought it was going to be a pass play.
Yep. Good play call. Under 9 to play.
First down and 10, Ladysmith.
Ladysmith on the move.
15-yard line.
Blokes and Sheilas in Australia. Blokes.
Yes.
Yeah, we knew that.
We have a timeout.
We knew that. Timeout on the field. Who called it, Dan?
Edgar.
It's Edgar. Edgar timeout. 8:49 to play. Wildcats lead by 8. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
Located in Edgar, Wisconsin, Edgar Building Supply operates as a lumberyard and hardware store, assisting contractors, homeowners, and businesses with their building needs varying from roofing and siding to windows and cabinets. Their knowledgeable staff can assist you with planning your project, estimating costs, and drafting blueprints. Get started on your building project today with Edgar Building Supply.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, we are blessed by the tones of Journey here, as they do not want to stop believing with 9 minutes left. And all right, I agree. I agree, and neither side really. This game it's in question, but 9 minutes to play, so a lot of time, as they say. But here is the 1st and 10 out of the Edgar timeout for the Lumberjacks. Meltz gives, and there's another nice, tough run by Mukunda.
Got about half of it, looks like.
Yeah, I said before, Mukunda, not 100 yards, but he's getting there.
He is.
He's probably just a couple carries away from 100 yards. Inching towards it.
Kaukauna looks like they have one last play.
Yeah, they do. 7 seconds left in Green Bay. Kaukauna trails by 3 with the ball. They need a 75-yard touchdown. And they're doing some trickeries. But this is going to be a Notre Dame win. Here is the run, another run by Mukunda. He's inside the 10-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Lumberjacks.
Tackle by number 5, Gavin Maurer.
Maurer on the tackle, but Wildcats defense not able to hem in Mukunda.
Yeah, the passing game has really set that up.
Yeah.
And I'll say a lot of kudos to both teams. It's been a very clean game, penalty-wise.
It's been a really enjoyable game to watch.
Yes.
Another handoff, Mukunda, another power run, although this one will only go for a yard or so. So 2nd and goal upcoming.
Yeah, so now we've seen Ladysmith really open it up, a really open offense, spread out. Can't really do that inside the 10. So Edgar able to put a couple more in the box, able to do a little bit more pressure defense on the outside on the receivers. Just less space to work with.
7:20 and counting here in this game.
We see it all the time in the NFL. Teams get down to the 10-yard line, they can't do much.
Edgar, 1, is up by 8.
Fumble
the ball
again.
is on the ground. That was Mukunda was not expecting that handoff at all. Meltz gave it to him, wanted to give it to him, but Mukunda said no thank you. That was not the play I thought I heard you say.
Yeah, that's a big mistake because now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yep, 3rd and goal from the 12-yard line. Now back to the passing game, no doubt.
Yep. 4-down territory regardless.
For sure, yep. Each team with 2 timeouts. This play will likely be run under 6:30 to play.
There's not a whole lot of RPO in high school football, but that kind of felt like it.
Well, it was meant to be. Like I said, I don't. They were the play call that was called and what was heard were 2 different things.
Yeah.
Under 6:30 indeed. Here's Meltz. Meltz drops back, looks left, throws left, and ball is out of the end zone. It was intended, I suppose, for Little. There was a crosser in the back of that end zone, and the ball lands out of the end zone. And another passing play upcoming.
It looked like the only player in the field that knew where the ball was the quarterback.
Right, yeah. Yeah, the defenders didn't know. Little wasn't sure.
All right, big play here. 4th and goal.
Yeah, 4th and goal. Edgar defense looking to stand tall here on this 4th down.
If Edgar gets the ball back, they can bleed a couple minutes at least off the clock.
Meltz, empty set.
And
now
3 wide
puts 1 in
receivers
motion.
left.
Looking left the whole way, now turns right, avoids some pressure. More would-be tacklers coming here, and Meltz fires to the end zone, and it is caught, but the Wildcats will tackle Doug Stevenson. Strite and company tackle Stevenson on the 1-yard line.
There's a flag down.
Flag on the far side of the
It
field.
looked like maybe he was across the line. We'll see.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what he's saying. That's what our side judge is saying over there. That will be turned down.
There's a flag.
Yep. So it'll be a turnover on downs.
Penalty against Ladysmith.
So,
Illegal forward pass.
I don't know if we're not going to show instant replay of this, but
yeah. Now, replays start next week, by the way.
Okay, it was an egregious pick on the far side of the wide receiver almost tackled the Edgar defender to have the guy underneath cutting to the pylon wide open.
They see the big boys in the NFL do that all the time.
It was egregious, I would say. But well, I mean, if they're not going to throw the flag, then like what's wrong with it?
And in the NFL, oftentimes they do not throw the flag.
It's true.
Yeah. Offensive-driven league, this National Football League I speak of. Okay, 6:09 to play. Edgar, defense stands tall, keeps the Lumberjacks out of the end zone. Again, each side with 2 timeouts. Edgar will start from its own 17. Strite puts his offensive line down. And the handoff comes up the middle. That is Maverick Butt. Butt will get about a yard.
No, I wouldn't mind to see some sort of play action here.
Well, that's
would have been better on first down. But
well, maybe. You know, and that's one step. The second step is the Wildcats are yet to complete a pass in this game. So that would be step 2.
We have seen that Edgar offense in the past.
I have. And others.
Yeah. Yeah.
And others. But you do what works. You do what you're suited for sometimes. You know, in high school, you can't recruit the kids, so you go with what you have.
Yeah. It's an 8-point game, but you can't just run into the line 3 times. You got to move the chains a couple times here.
So here's Strite handing off to Applebeck with room to the outside. Here goes Jace across the 30, down to the 35, and a huge run for Jace Applebeck.
A lot of speed around the outside, especially late in the game. That's the advantage of having 3 ball handlers or 3 ball runners.
Applebeck bursts for 17. And a new set of downs for the Wildcats. And, Dan, as you mentioned, the clock continues now to go.
Yep. Approaching 5 minutes. So Edgar can take almost 2 minutes off this without even getting a first down.
That's right.
And we talked about this several times. Last year when we were in the studio doing the Red Zone channel.
Here's the give to Hackle. And Hackle had the ball stripped away. Lumberjacks are punting, and it is Lumberjack football. Well, what a break for Ladysmith. Yep. Not a break, an earned opportunity there. They stripped that ball out of Hackle's hands.
Absolutely. If Edgar is able to run 2 minutes off, there's 3 minutes left, and we talked last year, these teams don't have a 2-minute offense.
Right.
Right?
No, you just run your regular offense over and over and over.
And try to do it a little bit faster. But big turnover.
Yep. From the 37 now goes Ladysmith. And Ladysmith will flood the left side. 3 receivers to the left of Meltz. The give to Mukunda. He will follow those extra blockers on that side, and the Wildcat defense will have none of it.
I like the play call. You got a whole lot of blockers, assuming that your wide receivers can block, but linebacker came up and made a hit.
Gavin Maurer being credited with the tackle. We do have a final out of Stratford. It is the Stratford Tigers 30 and the Mosney Indians 6. It is Stratford Edgar next week. And we're back in Edgar this year for the annual game.
I think Stratford has a little bit of revenge on their mind.
Well, they've got some ideas for sure. Here's Meltz back to pass, and Meltz fires. He's got one wide open. It's Little into the end zone, and just short. Down to the 2, and my apologies. That is number 7, Doug Stevenson. And Stevenson hauls in the 37-yard pass from Timmy Meltz, and it's 1st and goal for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, they ran. They just ran another one to the left side and play action.
Yeah, play action, and that had a little to do with it, but it was more just the straight line speed for the 6'4" senior Doug Stevenson.
This is going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
It sure doesn't. Doesn't it seem like it? Doesn't it seem like it? 4 minutes to play. Here's the give to Mukunda. Mukunda stacked up. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Edgar had a goal line stand the last Ladysmith possession. Aided, though, by a penalty, but still had a goal line stand.
Surprised Ladysmith's not hurrying up here. Under 4 minutes left. if you don't get the 2-point conversion, assuming you score,
Second and goal at the 3.
Clock starts ticking real quick.
Mm-hmm. Sure does. Again, both teams still with 2 timeouts at the ready. Here's Meltz. Mukunda to his left.
Shotgun.
2 receivers also to his left. Mukunda straight up the middle, powering through, and he'll be marked just short. Inside the 1-yard line goes Elias Mukunda. It's 3rd and goal.
So if you're the Ladysmith coach, 3rd and goal at the 1, what do you do here?
Mukunda. I'd run that same play again.
Last time that they had a 4th and 1, quarterback keeper got in.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Or got the first down.
Yep, a Meltz rollout, not a bad option either.
No, he has fumbled tonight. So maybe you do just hand it off this time.
Yep.
Well, it's the shotgun. So.
Here's Mukunda to his left again. Still the same formation as a play ago. Here's the give to Mukunda.
Oh, what a
and
hit!
Mukunda is stood up in the hole. And what a load is Corey Keppel. Corey Keppel brought the lumber there. Whoa!
Wow.
By number 52, Ty Chanel.
If you're Ladysmith, you got to take a timeout here, I think.
Well,
you have to get in.
Tell you what, Keppel may need a timeout. He is he's happy he did it, but at the same time, he's feeling it right now. And yeah, here's the timeout. So timeout comes.
Yeah, you have to get it right.
2:22 to play. It's a 4th and goal. Coming up after this, you're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
Sports!
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar.
Located in Edgar, Wisconsin, Edgar Building Supply operates as a lumberyard and hardware store, assisting contractors, homeowners, and businesses with their building needs varying from roofing and siding to windows and cabinets. Their knowledgeable staff can assist you with planning your project, estimating costs, and drafting blueprints. Get started on your building project today with Edgar Building Supply.
And we are back in Ladysmith. 4th and goal, perhaps, Dan Ross. This is the play for the game right here.
Could very well be.
A pending 2-point conversion, obviously, but you have to have the touchdown first. And here it is. Yeah, Little will take the snap and fumbled it.
And it's intercepted.
It will go down as an interception as that ball lands in the hands of Gavin Maurer. What just happened?
Unreal. Yeah, it looked like he tried to, like maybe fake the handoff, but it hit the runner.
Hit the hip of Mukunda, and the ball shot straight up in the air into the end zone and intercepted by Gavin Maurer.
Imagine if the wide receiver caught that somehow. It would have been insane. 2:18 to play, the Wildcats.
It's that play by Corey Keppel a minute ago. Latanya says, you know it's a good hit when you knock the wind out of yourself. Rewind that again, Trevor. What?
Yeah.
Just let it play.
Yeah, it hit the running back.
Yeah, it did. It hit Mukunda's right shoulder pad and went into the end zone on the fly. All right. Well,
we're going to get a lot of running plays.
We saw some interesting things there. 1 timeout left, and now it'll be 0 timeouts left for the Lumberjacks. We'll take probably our very last commercial break here. You're watching the Zaleski Sports Game of the Week, presented by Security Health Plan.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to Ladysmith. Jason Zaleski alongside Dan Ross. Dan, you're the mathematician of the bunch here.
I am.
I think. So no timeouts left for Ladysmith.
I have already done the math.
It's second down. What's the proposition? What's the best case for Ladysmith here?
Best case for Ladysmith is about 85 seconds off the clock, so they could get the ball back with under a minute, maybe 45
We got 133
seconds.
left of the 82
Yep.
you think they will not have any decision on?
And if Edgar gets a first down, it won't matter.
It will not matter as Applebeck rumbles ahead for a handful of yards. It's going to bring up a third down and 5.
Yep, and they are going to wait until the back judge raises his hand about 3 times before they go.
Yep. Keep an eye on the back judge. Right, a fist up is 10, and then he'll count 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 after that.
Yep.
Clock.
Yeah, and that doesn't include however long the punt will take.
True. So about 40 seconds, perhaps, best case, unless of course a turnover, but about 40.
Yeah,
okay.
That's about what I would say. The 10-second time's up. It's 5, 4, 3, 2,
and strike with the snap. And running left again, and it's Applebeck again. And it's going to be a fourth down, Dan. It's going to be about 4th and 2, a gain of 2 there for Applebeck. So 4th and 2, and yeah, why did the clock stop is a good question. They're going to mark him as a first down.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he got over.
Okay.
And that's going to do it.
And there I went again looking at the down box, and that thing is rascling all over there.
It really looked like, they started at the 20, so they had to get to the 30. 'Cause it was
And
a
they're
touchback.
on the 30. They're on the 30.
Yeah.
And the clock will run. We'll have one kneel down, and then we will move to our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. I will be on the field with Coach Jerry Sins and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. What do you think there, Dan?
It's going to be, we have to snap it twice.
Just twice, yep. Well, maybe. They may have to spot this. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Before we talk about player of the game, a lot of credit to Ladysmith because Ladysmith really showed that they can compete with one of the best teams in the northern part of the state, right? And they were in control of a lot of this game and just a couple too many turnovers. Turnovers were the big part of this game.
And they will call it good there. GG.
Yep.
All right, good. Pick up the ball. Don't need to putt in the 2-footer. This one is done as the Lumberjacks file onto the field. They will shake hands with the Wildcats as Edgar starts the year 1-0. This coming off a Division 7 state championship just 8 months ago or so. And your final score is Edgar 28 and Ladysmith 20. Time now for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. I'll be on the field with Coach Jerry Sins and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game right after this.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back to Ladysmith High School. Again, a 28-20 win, the Edgar Wildcats over the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. A game that Ladysmith could really have come out on top, and it's probably going to be a disappointing night for Ladysmith as they walk off the field. They broke their huddle. We are awaiting Edgar to break their huddle. Coach Sins addressing his team. Jason Zaleski getting ready to talk to Coach and the player of the game. I won't give it away, but he made a really good play late in the game, and it should be a really good interview. Edgar advancing or improving to 1-0 on the season. Ladysmith obviously 0-1. It's the first game of the year. Edgar's first home game is a really big one next week. It's the last non-conference game before Edgar starts their first game in their brand new conference. The CWC Small, the old Marywood, maybe. We'll keep plugging the Marywood Conference as much as we can. Edgar hosts Stratford, 2 state champions last year. One of the biggest rivalries that we have in the area year after year. I don't want to say the teams don't like each other, but they really, like, that game means more than most games do on the schedule. Let's take a look at some scores that we had on the network. Maybe Trevor can help me out with this.
Yeah, they're going to be like right
Oh,
here.
okay. Amherst 37, St. Mary's Catholic 14. That's a really good win for the Falcons, improving to 1-0. Kind of a surprise to me. Stanley Boyd doubles up Colby 44-22. Colby, generally a really good team. They did have a lot of people graduate last year, though. In a heavyweight battle, Notre Dame over in Green Bay. The home team wins 16-13. They beat the Galloping Ghosts by 3, two state-ranked teams. Iola Scandinavia, a lot of hype about Iola coming into the season. Picked to finish second in the conference, the same conference as Edgar's in. They had a lot of freshmen on the team last year in football and basketball. They trounced Shiocton, a really good win for Iola Scandinavia, 32-8. Neilsville, 33, New Lisbon 16. I don't think that's much of a surprise. Oak Creek, down south. Oak Creek shuts out Waterford 38-0. Oak Creek, a really good program, so that is no surprise. Auburndale doubles up Spencer Columbus Catholic. Trevor, what is their team name? The co-op. Are they the Wolves or something?
Still the Rockets.
The Rockets. Spencer Columbus Catholic Rockets. All right. Auburndale, also going to be in that mix in the CWC Small. They advanced to 1-0. Stratford over Mosinee, generally a very close game year over year, but Stratford with a 24-point win at home, or was that at Mosinee?
It was at Stratford.
At Stratford, 30-6. Stratford again travels to Edgar next week. Our Comets playing a really tough Wrightstown team, 56-7 Wrightstown over the Comets. I think that's the last one on the network, correct? Maybe we can go over some state scores. My alma mater. Oh, wait, we are set to go. Here is Zaleski with Coach Sins.
Here in our Naisonville Dairy postgame show with Edgar head football coach Jerry Sins. Coach, really talented offensive group on the other side, but every time they made a play, your guys just seemed to make a play that was just this much better.
Yeah, it was a tough game. A couple of times I thought maybe we kind of took control of the game in the second half, but then we'd turn it over, whatever happened, you know. But that's the first game, you know, the first game of the year. Those kinds of things happen. Backs are new, you know, a lot of linemen are new, so I thought we hung in there well. I thought we showed a lot of resilience, a lot of mental toughness, because we could have folded. I don't even know what happened on the final play, to tell you the truth. Down by the goal line, all of a sudden the ball comes squirting out of there. I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to look at that one on film. But we were fortunate. It could have very easily been tied 28-28 and went into overtime. You know, that probably, if justice would have been served, that's probably what would have happened.
Looked like the ball hit the shoulder pad of the running back coming next to him, and then then popped up. I called it. It looked like Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner were playing football out here, and all of a sudden he came down with the ball. Let's talk about that though. Turnovers, right? Your guys got the turnovers, and that really kept you right where you wanted to be.
Right. Yeah. We did. We were pretty opportunistic that way. Unfortunately, we turned it back over ourselves, you know, once or twice too. But those are all things that obviously you can improve on, you can clean up. I'm just really happy that our guys hung in there. We made quite a few changes defensively at halftime because, they had scored 20 on us in a half, and fortunately we were able to shut them out in the second half.
Offensively, a lot of tough yards from the running backs, and all the credit to the offensive line there.
Yeah, the offensive line I thought played well. The main reason we went to the T formation and ran the ball is because we were having trouble stopping them when they had the ball. So I said, well, guys, as long as we can keep the ball, the less time they have with it. So that was our main strategy there.
Just basic math, right, Coach? Right. Basic math there. All right, well, bus ride back. You heard you guys. You got a film study coming up, and then it's Stratford Week. You've been through the Stratford Week a lot. What are some of the little tricks you're able to tell these guys to keep their heads on straight, even though Stratford's sitting at the end of the week?
Yeah, we always get fired up for the game, and we usually play pretty well. I mean, it's been a battle for 60 years with them, so I don't imagine it's going to change any. And I don't know how they did tonight, but
36 over Mosinee, 30-6, I think.
Okay. So yeah, they're obviously pretty strong then, and Yeah, it's at our place this year, Parents' Night. So, yeah, it'll be fun. We're looking forward to it.
Congratulations on the week 1 win, Coach. Appreciate it.
Much,
all right, we'll bring Corey over here. We'll have some fun with big number 77 coming in here as our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Corey Keppel's coming in here. You know the first question I'm going to ask you, right? The goal line stand right there. You took him right in the chest, took him down. Big play for your defense. Tell us about it. Just kind of take us moment by moment through that play.
Well, I just did my 1, 2, 3 steps, and he just let me through. And I stood there on the ball, and it was in my chest, and he bounced off. Give credit to everybody behind me because they're the people who made the tackle.
I've seen guys ice elbows, ice knees. How do you ice a chest?
I don't ice at all. I don't really take ibuprofen or anything. I just, come back the next day and I feel fine.
The group as a whole defensively, right? You made a number of goal line stands here today. You know, in a one-possession game, those were big. What did you and the guys talk about, before some of those plays? Just, how to work together as a team and make those stops.
Just what are you fighting for, and who are you playing for? Yeah, the person behind you and everyone else.
And the running backs on the offensive side, because of the offensive line, some big holes, some big yards, able to kind of wear these guys down a little bit. What's it like watching those running backs go to work when they have those holes?
Well, feed the horse. I just love watching them as I get a break every time. I got to give the whole entire O-line and running backs credit for all the work they do, and everybody else on offense.
All right. I shaved this morning. You did not.
Nope.
Tell me about the beard game. What inspired you with the beard?
The beard game was I had a mustache, and I'm like, got to change it up. And I was going to put handlebars on, but then as kind of a joke. But then, the beard kind of looked good, so I just kept rocking with it.
I mean, it looks good to me. I mean, some people might question, is he 25 or is he 17? But, that can be a little intimidating, though, with the beard.
Yeah, I just started telling them after the game, I have an ID with me if you really want to question.
All right, I'm going to give you the microphone. You'll hold that. You'll look right up at Trevor. He's in the blue jacket like me. I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1. I'm Corey Keppel, and I'm in the house. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1.
I'm Corey Keppel, and I'm in the house.
There you go, man. Congrats on the win. We'll see you at Stratford next week, all right?
Stratford.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. All right, guys, that'll do it from here. 28-20 final score. Edgar over Ladysmith in week 1. Highlights coming up all over the weekend into the first of next week, and more live sports on Tuesday right here on Zaleski Sports. Have a great night, everybody.